Yeah, I spit raps like a heart attack, fast fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now, get ready for defeat now. I'm gonna make you bleed out, listen on repeat now and weed out all the weak now. Get up and make a change, don't remember yesterday. If you got something to say, speak your mind before your grave, cause your life is yours to save. Ain't nobody gonna change, everybody stays the same. So be different, make a name,
like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over.
It's ridiculous, I'm spitting this meticulous and limitless, while others out there spitting shit got hits up on the charts and shit. I see why other artists quit, cause people don't reward good shit. They love to hate but hate to live. Society, you swing and miss, and honestly I get it. Promise me you won't regret it, wasting energy, forget it. Don't look back, go on and get it. Bite the bullet just a bit, bite your tongue and don't say shit. Make your actions hard to miss, be a legend not a myth. Yeah. It's obnoxious that I'm conscious, rapping honest as promise. Try to harness, as an artist stay modest. It's a long quest, I will not quit till 10,000 people going off when I drop this. I gotta make it now, swear to God I'm breaking out. Swear to God I'll take a bow, stand the stage with the crowd, cause I got it figured out. I'm just honest and I'm loud, saying modest but I'm proud. No, I never had a doubt,
just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over.
Yeah. Unknown Brain, Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, and I know that I found somebody else to love me today. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye.
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you finding, see you looking down and out. Coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it, you so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you gotta face the music, I'm saying.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. You did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say goodbye. Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. Baby, you can count on me now. When you're falling down, 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 I will find the light in your soul, I'll be there. Leaving you alone is the hardest, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me. baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do why do I, baby, why do why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. Until I broke the rules, my life destroyed. My life destroyed. Until I woke awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Superhero. superhero.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. To the sea for a getaway, car top down, and we're driving just to feel young. Moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? Sand in your feet, feel the breeze in the summertime. Stars in the sky, one dime for a first time. Moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? We'll drink honey by the ocean, it's our favorite potion. Come on baby, let me tell you one time that our days will never end, yeah. No, our days will never end, yeah. No. Come on baby, let me tell you one time that our fire got a love it till you never break apart. We moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? There won't be one more time off your seat, clap your hands to the beat, grab your champagne glass tonight. We toast to freedom in the Caribbean, yeah, in the Caribbean, yeah. Dan, 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 smoke, 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 fire it up, let our lanterns paint the night sky red, paint the night sky red, yeah, yeah. We'll drink honey by the ocean, it's our favorite potion. Come on baby, let me tell you one time that our days will never end, yeah. No, our days will never end, yeah. No. Come on baby, let me tell you one time that our fire got a love it till you never break apart. We're moving away to the sea, moving away, can't you see? There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us, like a good drug, never run.
We hook up in my car, driving so far, play your guitar, you'd show me your art, let down our guards, think with our hearts, stare at the stars. We were never apart, drinking too young, way too much fun, out in the sun, hoping when it's gone. Took you to prom, dance to our song, dance all night long till the lights come on.
How careless we got. It's too late now. I remember you and me. And how careless we got.
It's too late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. Late nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were fearless, we were reckless, time was precious.
We loved to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking all night, asleep by your side. Finally alive, we would just drive, never arrive. Our journey was live, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold, never get old. Screw what we're told, we can't be controlled.
How careless we got. It's too late now. I
Now I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be.
Yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled.
It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold.
Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way to even when I'm feeling down. I fight, even when I don't know what is right. I'ma pick a side, and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate, and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan.
It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Yeah, I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no.
some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory bad enough to get a C. They'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words.
No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no. I don't get what I want, I get what I need. Every single day I'm heading off to my dream, and I get everything that I damn well please. I don't give a damn if you all listening to me, cause I run it. I'm the only one that really want it, I'm the only one that's really on it. I'm just being honest, I'm just doing everything I promise, cause I want it bad enough that I'ma make it as an artist. And I know I'm not the smartest, and I know I'm not the largest, but I promise you that I'ma be the one that worked the hardest. Cause I promise you that I'm just getting started, and I promise you that my skills are getting sharper. So I'ma get charted, can't be guarded. Nah, I'm the one to get retarded. Get the party started, yeah, get the party started. Yeah, so let me get up on it, yeah. Bitch, you got me fucked up, I don't know what's up. Pour that shit in my cup, we bout to turn up. Crank this shit up so loud, sounds like we're sold out. In front of a whole crowd, we lose control now. Don't take this shit too personally, everybody got a different version of me. Everybody gotta be learning from me, everybody wanna be working with me. And I feel like there's uncertainty and urgency to find out what you wanna be. But honestly, we change our minds constantly, so stop and breathe and find out who you wanna be. Failure ain't an option, so I'd be cautious. I hope that you're watching, don't try to stop this. Work until I'm nauseous, cause I will not quit. No, because I want this, don't try to stop me. Failure ain't an option, so I'd be cautious. I hope that you're watching, don't try to stop this. Work until I'm nauseous, cause I will not quit. No, because I want this, don't try to stop me now. college degree. Did you learn anything? Really worth anything? 200 grand later and we're not even working. Student loans worth more than what we're earning. Best lesson I learned is to keep on searching. Find your true passion and get to work. And better take action or you end up serving. Yeah, that's a fact. So you better clean up your act. So you better raise up a sack and tell the world they can suck on that. Don't come back, pack your bags. You take a trip and don't relax. You hit the switch and just attack. You find your niche and make some racks. Don't hold back.
Everybody wake up, it's time to break up with the life you made up. It's time to trade up, live the life you want now, a life you don't doubt. I could give a fuck how, just be your grit out. Wake up, man, this life is a blur. Everyone's got an opinion, so which one you prefer? Cause I'll give you one that's coming from an entrepreneur. Don't give up on your dream, it is what you deserve.
Failure ain't an option, so I'd be cautious. I hope that you're watching. Don't try to stop this, work until I'm nauseous. Cause I will not quit, no, because I want this. Don't try to stop me, failure ain't an option, so I'd be cautious. I hope that you're watching. Don't try to stop this, work until I'm nauseous. Cause I will not quit, no, because I want this. Don't try to stop me now. You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it, and maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back. You ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south. Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it, and maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that.
Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back?
My hands steady, I feel ready, but my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises, you ain't stopping this. Cross my shit, you'll be knocked unconscious, bitch. That's the consequence, I got this, I will not quit. Man, I'm on it, honest, I'm gonna launch quick, then I'm gone. It's just a matter of time before I'm over the climb and moving under my prime. Just quit my 9 to 5, I'm rocking, and they watching, cause it's shocking. Dropping all these top 10 songs, so stopping. It's time to live my life, it's time to live, not die. Wish I could slow down time and just enjoy the climb.
And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God, I'll get it, bro. So don't just let me get it.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna get it,
Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bruh. I swear to God I'll get it, bruh. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Yeah, I never give up. I got this, man, I got it. I will not quit, I'm on it. Never rock it. Got the block lit, I'm toxic. Spitting logic, make them nauseous. Honest, then I stop this. Never cautious, drop it. I'm the hardest. Knock, bitch, watch it. I'm the fucking king of rock, bitch. Poppin', spitting hot shit. I'm dropping, chronic. I think I'm motherfucking lost it. Back, matter of fact, making racks where it's at. Have my back to the mat, not an act, that's a fact. We attack in a back, no react, no react. Think I'm black off his back, while I'm rap, not the step. Throw a jab, give a crap. We're advanced, I'm the man. Got a plan better than most brands. Goddamn, I'm a rhyme till I die. Never lie, that's a lie. I don't try, I defy. Get the nod that I'm right, yeah.
Like a student though, working on a movement, yeah, I'll do it cause I'm in the zone. And you know that I'm ready for the shows. How it goes, I don't know, but I'm waiting till I'm chose. Front row, here I go. All these people wanna know what you think of them lately. Do you really love me or do you really hate me? On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you grade me? All this social media has got me going crazy lately. Everything's inflated, mainly everyone's invaded. Privacy is naked, man, I really hate it. God, I really hate it. I just wanna make it through all this fake shit. Living in the real life, living for some real times. Talk about the real climb, passionate in real rhymes. Steal time back from my 9 to 5, taking back my fucking life. I just wanna feel alive.
And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God, I'll get it, bro. So don't just let me get it.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna get it,
Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bruh. I swear to God I'll get it, bruh. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Yeah, I never give up. Fake it till I make it. Motherfucking take it back from these haters. Playing tracks for the traitors. Got the passion in depth when it happens. Factions take actions, drafting their captains. It's happening. I'm raising my status, facing the madness. I'm out gaining traction, avoid the distractions. I'm snapping, no captions, attracting reactions, adapting, attacking, commanding the masses. I'm practicing habits. I don't fucking ask it, I just fucking grab it. I am never static, massively active, expanding, backslid, planning to have it. So I will go capture it and I'ma stay after it. I I'm gon' fucking master it. Put them on blast it, they will never last it. Don't be so dramatic, not my demographic. This shit is democratic, they phone effects, yeah, bitch.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I've won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah. She says that she loves me, she just wants to fuck me. Got me feeling something, got me feeling nothing. Alcoholic junkie, says she thinks I'm funny. Think I might get lucky, spending too much money. She says she wants my necklace, put her on the guest list. Hope I don't regret this, hope I don't regret this. I'm feeling hella reckless, cashing all my checks rich. Hickeys on my neck, shit, she's on the offensive. I do not know my set list, still I'm gonna get lit. Yeah, I have a death wish, live until I'm breathless. I'ma stay progressive, she gon' stay obsessive. Life is so expensive, do everything excessive. I think my brain's defective, yeah. Can't think when she's aggressive, yeah. She snuck into my section, yeah. You think I'd learn my lesson, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Cause we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. No, we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. She's sitting up in the front of the class, using that ass, she gonna pass. Keeping her pad and her pen in her lap. She been so bad with the men in her past. Now she just want the professor so bad. I'll give her lessons that she never had, like taking a freshman and teaching her math. I'll keep her guessing until she a grad. She always leaves them guessing, they don't know what's next, man. Learned it from the best, man. She loving every lesson with hands-on sessions, points for attendance. She asks a lot of questions, I answer with my presence. I sit back while I'm texting, said she wants to get in, said she'll bring her best friend. Know what happened next, man, you know what happened next, man. Treat her like a guest, man, rolling out the best, man. She had a confession, yeah. She wanna stay for a minute, she wanna play for a minute, she wanna slay for a minute, and now I'm all up in it. I'll be back in a minute, I'll be back in a minute, make a track in a minute, and now I'm all up in it. No sleep, these girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep, these girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me, cause we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. No, we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. No sleep. Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body is fantastic. All natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's a latch. Yeah, the whispers all around say she has a reputation. Don't believe it till I see it, so I want a demonstration. And I've always learned it better with a hands-on education. So I need a private session, if you get what I am saying. And they say that she's not easy, no, she's really complicated. But that only makes it better, and it's got me so fixated. And I'm not the type to wait around, I've never hesitated. But she's got me captivated, so the game, I'm gonna play it, yeah.
She got a body like a coaxin'. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coaxin'. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me.
I heard you look good when you're undressed. I heard you like to get away. I heard you like to stay out late. I heard you had a couple boyfriends. I heard they didn't treat you right. I heard you're hated by your girlfriends, cause all the guys want you tonight. Yeah, they say she's too hot, they say she's too cold. Where she came from, nobody really knows. They say she looks young, but say she acts old. From everything I've heard, she gets out of control. And all the boys say she was sent from the heavens, but I'm not too sure that this girl is a blessing. She's got the devil's eyes and they'll cut you like a weapon. She's stuck in my mind like a bad obsession. Got bad intentions.
She got a body like a coaxin'. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coaxin'. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me.
Growing up in Cali, yeah, you know I love the weather. Limelight hit 'em and you know I handle pressure. I do what I want, so I'm never saying never. I get what I want, so they call me go-getter. Yeah, I know he does it good, but you know I do it better. So misunderstood, if she wanted then I let her. Everybody knows if I want her then I get her. She gave me that look, yeah, she knows she thinks I'm clever. I don't think I do it good, no, I think I do it great. They would do it if they could, they can't do it so they hate. Everybody wanna look, but nobody wanna play. Stealing eyes like a crook while I put it on display. I don't do it by the book, no, I do my own thing. That's why every single hook got them singing like me. And I ain't in any rush, cause I'm finally getting paid. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Let's go. Catch me at the top, sipping shots of Patron. I will never stop till the road is my home. I'm about to pop, everybody's gonna know. When the beat drops, they be yelling B-ho. Girls in crop tops, drop tops at our shows. Mini skirts rock, got us all like whoa. All the pretty ladies lined up front row. Driving me crazy, I just wanna take them home. Got it on lock, yeah, you could call me pro. Parties on the blocks, make sure the girls know. Now it's getting hot up in here, oh no. Think Nelly had it right, better take off all your clothes. Future's looking bright, now I'm finally in the zone. 3 years of my life, I committed to the growth. Soldier boy, tell him #1 ringtone. I'm the reason people texting, cause they're blowing up your phone. I don't think I do it good, no, I think I do it great. They would do it if they could, they can't do it so they hate. Everybody wanna look, but nobody wanna play. Stealing eyes like a crook while I put it on display. I don't do it by the book, no, I do my own thing. That's why every single hook got them singing like me. And I ain't in any rush, cause I'm finally getting paid. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah.
Way we're swaying here. Gentlemen, do we have any thoughts about, I mean, you said drafting has been bad for AS Monaco Gambit. It's been good for Winstrike. Like,
well, they're already out to a big
bit.
lead in the draft, Cap. Timbersaw's banned. They've picked Centaur.
Amazing.
Hero, that is truly 1.36 of a hero.
I think the main thing for Gambit, though...
You could just say 1.5.
But it's not quite half.
Yeah, no, he wants to be a little bit different.
3.6.
Yeah.
It's
3.6.
it's about half. It's half of a man.
You just trying to sound smart.
What if he's even bigger than 3.6?
Yeah,
He's 4.8.
Yeah.
No, it's 86%
Or
of a
5.10
horse.
even. Huh?
86% of a horse, half a man.
Just
Okay.
a fraction of the conversation we're going to have during this draft panel.
But
All right, yeah, cool. More importantly, lads, please, and AS Monaco Gambit, what do you think's gone wrong so far? Well, first of all, Seneko. What? What's so
one
funny?
pick.
Wow.
What's gone wrong
heroes
so
so
far?
Well, I mean, like before. Okay. Oh, that's true, Kyle. It's true. You are taking exactly what I said and throwing it back at me. But
Kyle,
either way,
wasn't that you that I laughed super hard about? No, it was Nahaz. He was talking about the problems with the draft.
and it's like one ban.
And there was no heroes picked from that team yet. Oh man, that was a great time.
Well, the point I was trying to make was, you know, in the 7 games they played, Seneku's played 7 different heroes. And then if you look at Dream, for example, he played 3 IO games to start with. They lost that series to VP. And then they bounced around 4 different carry heroes.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at simply that just safe lane alone, there isn't any consistency. Like, what are they grounding out their safe lane with? It's just every game's like something new.
They're still going for this Wisp. All right. Man.
Look at my man, making sure the webcam's on tight. That's a professional right there. Unlike some others who just, it's pointed at their forearm.
I mean,
the best one where it's just like off the monitor. It's like,
yeah,
oh, there we go. Solid forehead.
Not to call anybody out, but I haven't seen Puppy's chin in 2 seasons of the DPC.
No. The best thing about his webcam, it starts like pretty okay, and as the game gets harder, it goes like higher and higher and higher. So it's like the amount of forehead you can see of Secret of Puppy is like how hard the game is for his
Yeah,
Do you think he does it so you can't see his mouth? So nobody could like potentially
The
read
baseball.
it?
Probably. Yeah, I probably. There's, or realistically, he just doesn't care, and he just like webcam on. You can see my eyes. You know, they're pretty. That's all about it.
Fair.
But it's Monaco Gambit. When they've run the IO before, it has normally been the carry for Dream. And Seneca has played that ET5 before. Going to be a pretty okay lane. The instant response from Winstrike, of course, with the AA. Therefore mitigating the true presence of IO. But with the pacing that an IO carry can bring, you can play around the AA quite nicely. You just have to pick and choose your fights a little bit better. But it still, of course, is a counter to the IO.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm just a big fan of AA. I think you already now answer the Wisp in a lot of ways, and surprisingly, it's also quite nice against the ET as well, just because the hero is pretty squishy, especially as a support. Magic Burst just handles the hero. But more importantly, you have Centaur and you have countered the enemy carry hard. That no other hero in Dota can do like you.
Have they ever swerved it? 3 Elder Titan, 4 Elder Titan, 5 IO, or anything like that?
They've swerved. The IO has always been the carry for them.
Yeah.
And in regards to offlane, it's been, so far in this DPC, it's been Sanking, Axe, and Legion Commander are the only 3 he's played.
Oh, that's right. They like Legion Commander. Another reason we do not like their drafts.
And they just don't have a handle. You can even hear in the VP interview, you know, DM's like, yeah, we didn't have a strat. We just picked good heroes. And I think that they have a better read as to what are good heroes. Like Wisp is not really being first two'd very often. When it is, even when it wins, you're not thinking to yourself, man, that Wisp hero is real broken. The nerfs hit it really hard after the major.
Well, I think that the key thing here in this matchup alone is you have IO doesn't have the movement cap anymore. He can't go above it. Therefore, Centaur with the Stampede, the whole idea of IO carrying why it's so strong was he could always disengage most fights if he wanted to, but he can chase down. Now you have this Stampede. Every single hero can always escape from the IO now. He can always be able to at least mirror the move speed of the IO. And that alone might be big enough to counter it. But I just like the idea of Centaur, in lane, Vanguard. IO can't ever really pressure him. You can't really defend your tower when you start skipping the wave. So there is going to be... You're going to have to look at how the new age IO is going to play into this game, because I'm already struggling to see it having a good time in laning phase specifically. But that pacing it still brings to the minute 15, minute 20 mark. When you do get the Ags, you have that Dom if you go for that build. It is still pretty disruptive. It's just it doesn't have that good scaling like it did before. It's a smaller window to really play into. But it does kind of go towards what Carl said in the pre-show, which was you want to see no one in more of a win condition. IO is the perfect carry to buff up a greedier hero. If you can survive laning phase and you get to that window and you have this double core threat of an IO core plus a mid lane core that enjoys playing with an IO, that can be disruptive. Just a little bit greedier to get into the game.
What mid heroes would you like to see for no one that do work well with an IO?
I mean, Morphling's like number 1 for no one.
Yeah.
No one, I'd say, sorry.
Yeah,
you could even go for like the troll and just more classic carries, but I think Morphling is number 1.
For which team?
I guess Gambit, but then you're going to say the AA will counter both of them.
Yeah. You crazy?
Mate. Too many AA targets.
You can't pick. No, you cannot.
All right,
pick,
all right. There is a concept.
You
in
can't
Dota.
pick 2 cores that both feed to AA.
Yeah, but there's one blast. There is a concept in Dota where you can pick heroes that are countered by 1 because there's too many. It's like Bloodseeker and Rupture, right? So many heroes to Rupture. You've only got 1 Rupture, Kyle.
You can also buy an Ags and have 2. So terrible example.
Well, no. Who wants to buy Ags on Bloodseeker? It's a fine example.
If you have Rupture to win the game. Okay, I get your point.
Thank you.
But
God, yes.
hard disagree.
All right, that's fair enough. Winstrike need to pick though.
They do.
Active position 4, which Dr. Mitigate.
They can pick the Morphling, but there's an ET, so maybe you don't want to go that route. I get that.
Now that's fine.
Magical burst damage. Magical burst slays the supports, slays the Wisp. You have the AA for bonus damage. I love it. Like a Yule's up into a Vortex Remnant Blast. That hero's dead. Obliterated. Deleted.
Yeah, there's no hard lockdown coming up from Gambit right now, so this Void Spirit does kind of excel in this position. An early Ags or something to disrupt the move. Okay, there you go, Juggernaut.
All right.
That's more like it. Means the Wisp is support or a mid?
Do you guys think so Witch Doctor ET, that's our dual offlane in this situation? You're good with that?
I think it's better with the Wisp. If you have ET Wisp, that's a pretty absurd laning combination.
I feel like you have to put the Doctor with the Juggernaut, then you have some kill threat on the Centaur. You run him down with the Maledict.
Yeah.
I like this a lot more. Not a huge fan of Wisp as a support at the moment, but it does give you that bit of a lane advantage, and I don't think that Winstrike would have predicted this coming, considering they didn't ban a carry, and every game that Gambit have picked Wisp, it was Dream's hero.
So maybe this is their way of going, all right, they don't think that we have the flexibility. Surprise, here it is. And, you know, Gambit, they pick up a carry that also has a nice bit of healing involved as well, so they do have the double healing into an AA. Too much healing, Kyle. Too much healing. This have to be some very good blasts, and I like it. I like the fact they go for another stun to simplify this process. If they ever want to kill someone, they have so many stuns, it is impossible for AA to miss his blast.
Yep, and it's a great laning combination as well. Plus, Sven always been quite nice against ET, the plus armor from Warcry, and the speed to move away from the stomps.
Always good against IO combinations, right? Because of the cleave.
They clump up,
I do like the fact that AS Monaco Gambit is enabling their Elder Titan, something that the last time we watched 3 ET was with OG, and that was something that was rather disappointing because they just let Seb out to dry and he didn't even get his Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah. The hero is one of the most Ags dependent in Dota, but it is an absurd Aghanims. Learned that the hard way playing Overthrow.
Oh, damn Overthrow.
It's like, I got this guy, then 2 smacks from the briefcase and you're done for. I actually think it could potentially even be played as a carry.
Yeah, you do
You
often
just
get,
have
like,
Ags Echo Saber.
Yeah, in Overthrow, you only get 15 Hero Spirit damage combos.
No, you can get up to 16. Gotta play the Octet.
Oh, sorry. Forgive me.
That's where it's at.
That's true. That's true.
All right, so we need a 4 position for Winstrike. Anything left? Range heroes that we like? There's still, what, Shadow Shaman? What other 4 ranged heroes? There's no Lina.
Technically, there's Dark Willow, but into Juggernaut doesn't feel great. But into the ET and the Eye would feel very good.
Could you just pick a Tusk too to have some save for your Centaur up top? I mean, it's not perfect, but I think you're not really looking to contest Witch Doctor Jug in this scenario anyway. Just abuse lane mechanics.
That fire still available? Like the cookie could be pretty disruptive here. But yeah, just anyone who can, like Kyle said, someone who can just pull the wave and ensure Centaur to play a good game, or you have someone who can help survive the combo that they have, which is that spin rundown. I think, okay, they go for Phoenix. Nice, yeah. Didn't mention this one. Very good hero.
Yep, they already have plenty of stuns, more damage. That Vortex amps quite nice against the support duo and the Wisp. Team fight now certainly superior on the side of Winstrike.
This is where Gambit, they can't be too creative here. They can't go over the top and suddenly go, all right, guys, there's a Phoenix, so let's put this Eye in a new position. I would like to just see it as this is a last pick for mid, and hopefully creativity doesn't...
Yeah. Just to say, the AA covers you against like the Death Prophet or the Necro that I would lean towards. This side again. You know, I've said that I wanted them to not do it, but Kunkka looks like the best fit with Tiny out of the pool.
But again, it is, in your words, it is another hero that fall victim to the AA, so they have to be confident in that we pick enough heroes that AA counters them, but you can't always hit all of them, unless it is some perfect across map.
Kunkka?
Yeah, because you play off of your boat, the low HP, you want to go armlet normally. It very much is countered by AA in that scenario. But then you go for a quick BKB, enter the fight early, and you should be fine.
Yeah, it's got to be a BKB hero. I mean, that's a given.
Well, you also need to be able to hit egg. That's an awkward thing here. When you think about the...
Oh, you could Lina.
It's banned out by Gambit themselves. Okay, they go for an Ember Spirit.
Okay. I like that route. It's very active, but I mean, the big difference in these two drafts, like just the size, the beef. Winstrike, incredibly durable. Meanwhile, Monaco Gambit, it is the offlane ET. Immersion will be laning with him on the Wisp. They need to play fast. It's skirmishes, it's pickoffs. They have to overwhelm Winstrike with pace.
Don't allow the jungle to be, easily farmed up. Contest every stack. Ensure that Winstrike. If Centaur has a good time, Sven's not having a good time.
Yeah.
If Phoenix comes for an egg, you have the numbers advantage that you can offset that, kill the egg quickly, and play.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wins the drafts? Speed or strength?
I think strength, normally, of how we've seen the patch go so far. The ability to find gold on the map is pretty good. So I think Winstrike has the easier time into the game, so I'll favor them.
It's just an easier time. Much easier time for them to win. However, I will say I got a special place in my heart for these sort of really fast-paced Wisp Ember lineups because you can just take over a game. However, the laning phase has to go out and the rotations have to be on point.
All right, very important then for AS Monaco Gambit and their play to be top-notch, something that they have been lacking a bit lately. Let's see if they can finally get themselves a win here in the second season of the Eastern European DPC. Over to ODPixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Cap. Yes, I mean, Fogged, what do you make of this then? We're seeing these two teams go head-to-head. AS Monaco Gambit, a big-name squad, big-name players, but they've just so far not been really finding their footing here in the league. With these two drafts in place, do you think they're going to be able to do it against Winstrike, or do you think Winstrike, you know, with their sort of the power that they've come in and come up to this league with, are going to be able to take them down?
I don't know, actually. I'm kind of liking the speed. I think Ember Spirit's a kind of interesting hero right now that I think it's underutilized. I think this is a hero that we might see getting picked more when we see people just relying on cores to be the disablers, because again, just like we saw in the last series, AA Phoenix, there's no disables on supports. I feel like that's when Ember Spirit can really thrive. So I'm going to be looking at Noah a lot this game, seeing what he's able to accomplish. Also, some tough ways for him to break the Flame Guard, right? Just their overall magic damage. He can play around it pretty decently. I feel unless he gets like completely connected by Void Spirit styles, he might be able to play around it. If he can get to backlines as this Ember, snipe the supports easily, I could see some good stuff from Gambit. However, I do like the Sven pick a lot, Dyrachyo. I think Sven versus ET all across the game is going to be pretty problematic. Same thing versus the Juggernaut. I think this is the big one to watch for Winstrike.
Sure. Like, what, just the core matchups. I mean, does it ever really feel good playing Jug into Sven, or is kind of the whole game rough?
As long as you're able to slow him down and you're just playing fast, that's the thing. It's like it can go both ways as long as you're just not letting the Sven really farm those stacks. If he just starts farming stacks, he gets ahead of you, Jug's gonna have some big problems. They're gonna have some damage issues for sure.
See if we get any early catch here around the runes, but it doesn't look like AS Monaco Gambit will head down to the bottom ones to contest.
I'm happy to see Witch Doctor too. Dude, I never see Witch Doctor. I feel like this hero's like disappeared from a lot of teams, but I'm thankful to see it. I don't know how well it's going to actually do, but I'm thankful to see it because I'm seeing so much of these like super tanky offlaners, the Centaurs going Vanguards. Like you can actually do really well with Maledict to zone them out, especially if you have a hero like Jug to zone. So we'll see how that ends up going down.
I mean, is it, as you said, you know, not necessarily one of the most popular supports at the moment. Is there something that AS Monaco Gambit's lineup is lacking because they have a Witch Doctor instead of one of those more meta support heroes?
They are lacking a bit of catch, but I think that's why they went for that Ember. The Ember will give them that good chase potential, a good catch that the Witch Doctor and IO might lack in some situations. Because they're also quite frail on their two supports. They don't really provide crazy team fight either. You look at the supports from Winstrike, just Phoenix alone provides more team fight than both supports overall from Gambit.
Yeah, well, so some of these lane setups, do you think we're going to see anyone have a tough time? I mean, mid, Ember versus the Void Spirit, you know, the actual laning, has it got a bit of an edge for no one?
I think so now. It's gotten better because of the nerfs that Void Spirit's received and Ember Spirit's not really gotten touched. I think it is better for the Ember Spirit now. Well, it used to be like 50-50. I think now Ember has like this slight advantage.
Oh, let's see first wave. No one's able to get the quick bottle out.
Yep.
I see top. I mean, you said so the importance of this game that Dyrachyo is able to get the farm. They're not able to slow him down early on. ET off lane. Are you able to do much about the Sven in the laning stage, or is Dyrachyo going to be fine?
You definitely can. It's as soon as you hit 3. You're just playing around Spirit. With IO, it's an immense amount of damage. I actually think Dyrachyo should hold the skill point. Not because I see almost every Sven in most of these lanes, you just instantly skill cleave. I think this one you might have to save the Warcry point, just in case.
Oh, we saw that on the bottom lane. AS Monaco Gambit getting very close to taking down Yamich. They got him pretty much a full Blade Fury and Voodoo Restoration, but between the Tango and the Fairy Fire, just enough to keep Yamich alive.
Scary lane. As soon as the Witch Doctor is level 3, I feel like it gets much more difficult for the Centaur to lane. Where usually Centaur can do really, really well in these matchups. Pantomime? Versus Immersion.
Yeah, Immersion not fancying trying to trade right clicks with him. I think the spells are going to be back up for Pantomime in a second.
Very little regen up here too. Just the 2 tangos right now in Immersion.
Down bottom. I'm going to go for another attempt here. This time, Cheshire Cat is going to respond with a TP. Is towards the tower rather than the base. There was a lot of damage.
Should be okay. It's only level 1.
Yeah, you're right. Just brings him down to the 50 HP, so he's more than fine. He's got South ready to go, so good read from Cheshire Cat to make the call to stick in the lane.
Yeah, Mitch grabs the creep pull as well. Seneko is now 3 though, so they will have level 2 Maledict, and the next spin, Cheshire Cat is dead.
Yes.
If he does not play very far back. No one see him aggressively running in, taking away the bounty rune away from the Void Spirit.
He's going to have this solo kill.
He got him.
He has. Yamich stepping a little too close, and with the Maledict having the extra point in, there's no chance. So Seneko, an easy first blood from there as he just walks down Yamich.
Love it. And they went boots on Dream, first item for the Jug, so they can run down Cheshire Cat. And they have Bassi, the best item on supports in the game right now, on the Witch Doctor. So they'll always have mana to be able to go for those aggressive plays. Look at Cheshire Cat. This is not how you want to have to play as a Centaur. Not able to walk up to the creep wave at all.
We'll have Yamich come back in the mid to give a
Cheshire
helping
Cat.
hand. And
Okay, they're not going to go for the spin. They could have chased him down, but Dream didn't want to go so far.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if they're going to be taking a lot of tower hits, and they don't know.
He misses out on 3 creeps or so, or if he did go for it too, so the trade-off isn't probably worth it.
Either way, just sort of sending a message to Cheshire Cat, telling him that he's got to be very aware how close he gets the creep wave down, especially when he's on his own. See if Yamich's return can make this lane a little better for Cheshire Cat. And again, this time they've got the setup. That's all they need, just to cast. Buy time for Dream to come in, and this bottom lane looking better and better here for the Jug.
I think this is going to prove to cause some like very big snowball effects later on. Like a Centaur, that's your front line to be able to just block the pressure versus towers, block the pressure versus invasions into your triangle and stuff like that. Him being this weak now, this early, I think it's going to be really problematic for Winstrike. They're just going to be able to commit and kill for Centaur,
I mean,
unlike usual. Like right now, usually you almost have like the Vanguard on most of these Centaurs in a lot of these lanes. So this is huge from Gambit. And they're doing really well in the mid lane. Top lane is also starting to, I mean, not really bully so much, but Duracho does have to be careful whenever he is alone.
Oh, for sure, yeah. With the way those first few deaths have gone, it feels like they can't really play the lane at all now. You know, this Jug is... There's not going to be anything you could do as a Centaur and a Phoenix in the lane against him now that you've fallen a little bit behind.
No, he's actually just full out cutting wave now on Cheshire Cat. So Phoenix and Centaur, that means their game is going to be pretty crippled. So, talking about that Phoenix pick also that they went for last pick, it is into Jug.
I mean, they could kill Cheshire Cat here. They've got Seneko set up. Dream's actually going to TP over. I mean, he's dead.
He's dead.
I mean, you see, yeah, Dream, who's even maybe seeing if he could get it without committing the Blade Fury. Will come in, of course, to make sure it's a guaranteed kill. But, they're just having a beautiful time in this safe lane, this Jug.
That's really brutal. Because now also look at top.
Yep.
No one is seeing a little bit of weakness from the Sven when he has the Elder Titan with 2 points in aura.
As Dracho will be able to turn with the stun. He's into the trees. He's trying to hide. Ooh, nice. A little bit of a juke, but they've got another Remnant to chase him down. They'll have him here. One more slight in a second, or a chains. That'll do it. They catch Duracho. The move is a success there from no one. As Yamich. Oh, he's absolutely dead.
Just the one hit from the DD.
That's all that's needed. As Yamich.
Can he deny himself?
No, he's not even going to try. As Yamich goes down, Seneko should fall for this as Relbal. He's got the Remnant grab. So Relbal at least able to find themselves there as a team their first kill this game. But top lane, the action continues. No one Afterlife and Immersion. They're in onto Pantomime. 6-1 here as ASM Gambit getting a lot done with this sort of early aggression.
That's exactly what their lineup wants. It's just, like they said, speed versus brute. And the speed right now is definitely winning out. And they have great invasion heroes. That's the thing I'm looking at with the Ember, with the IO Elder Titan.
He's here again. Seneko TP's. He's ready to go for another round.
He's got to hold the stun on Seneko. Just wait till he, just wait for the TP.
And there we go. I mean, he's very, very dead. With the Omni Slash, there's no chance of getting out of this top lane. They try for Afterlife. They don't quite have enough damage, though, Pantomime and Duracho. He is able to step away. This poor old Centaur, you see his net worth. It really is down in the dumps right now.
He is not going to be that tanky Centaur. He is just absolutely not going to be. He's going to get shredded because there's a lot of amplification from Gambit's lineup on top of him already being so underfarmed. They have ET Aura, they have Overcharge Amplify, and they have just overall like built-in crit and high damage that's going to be coming from the Ember Spirit because of all that amp. Yeah, this is a real rough start for Winstrike, and a really good start for Gambit, which they have not been having in like any of their games. They haven't been having like any luck. So
yeah. No,
this is good to see.
definitely coming in and looking a lot different to what we've got used to seeing from them here in this league, as they have had a fair few rough games.
I definitely want to see some like invasion wards as soon as possible, though, like especially from Seneko, who's actually looking for a Rebel again. Deny the haste rune. Beautiful. But yeah, if he can smoke and just get a ward to watch the stacks, I want to see them try to go for that soon. Because then if they see the stacks, they can contest the stacks versus the Sven very easily.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Jug can just get in, at least take the large one with the Blade Fury.
Yeah, and Duracho, he's going to have to jungle quite a bit here. So I feel like a lot of this this early game is going to be up to Rebel. His rotation, so how much he's going to be able to make with the support.
Has he got the kill here on his own, Dream? If he gets a few crits, I mean, there's one. He only needed the one. He's just getting solo kills on him. Meanwhile, in the mid, no one's diving in onto Yamich. Yamich has got to dive to get away. Top lane, they'll try and turn on towards Afterlife. Afterlife, it's going to juke through the trees. Probably just needs one more ability to throw out. He's starting to salve up, though, Afterlife. Remnant's out. Isn't quite going to catch him, as he's going to continue to make Rebel and Pantomime work for this. He's into a nice little hiding space, but the creep gives up his position. The creep will still find him. Cold Feet does kick in, and they will take him down. But definitely making them work for the Afterlife. And look at this, they have moved in. They've found the large camp. They're going to be able to take this stack easily with the Flame Guard and the Blade Fury. Even at this great timing as well to pick up the remainder of the neutral items that they were waiting to drop. Cheshire Cat!
Another gift?
Oh, he's dead again! Oh, he's trying to run, but you can't run from that. There's Omni Slashes out, and Cheshire Cat 0-5-0. One of the roughest starts I feel that we've seen from an offlaner.
He's just getting completely outplayed by Gambit. And him just rushing Ring of Health, I think, actually hurt, rather than going for boots to be able to, like, run away. Seneco's 6!
I mean, he's got it. It's an easy kill. Seneko 5-1-1. They're going to make the jump on him. Can Seneko get out of this? It doesn't look like he can. So Rebel able to at least take something in return, but Seneko just causing so much havoc.
Dude, Witch Doctor, I'm glad I said something about it.
I mean, it's looking really good. I mean, we were sort of in this talk the other day. So what would you like to lane against a Centaur? I think, yeah, a Witch Doctor plus a Killer plus a Jug. Obviously, in this example,
look at mid.
It just seems to be the best way to go.
Oh. Duracho has to be very careful how he steps up there.
No.
Yeah, I'm loving it. And right now, it really feels like the game is all on Rebel's shoulders for Winstrike. He has to make so much happen as Void Spirit. And he is doing a decent job, 3-0.
We've got the chains, but not quite able to get in past the tower on him.
Oh, Yamich tries to snipe the healing ward, can't even get it with the dive, so this tower might just go down.
Oh, Pantomime. Oh, he's dead. This tower indeed cannot be defended. 11 minutes in. SM Gambit keeping that pressure high. They take the tier 1.
Speaking of keeping pressure high, an item that we don't see picked up, especially not on Ember Spirit anymore, the drama on no one. He just wants to keep up speed, keep up pressure, just looking for any type of action. I like it. I actually really do. Even though this weird Ember Spirit item, it doesn't matter. If it can work well with this team, if they can just keep running up and set this tempo, it's not going to allow Winstrike to ever get the Sven in a position where he's ahead of Juggernaut. The fact that he's 900 behind is massive. Nice D-ward by Yamich. We'll be able to unblock those Ancients and get a D-ward himself. AA blast down bottom. They want Immersion.
Immersion. He's already ready to take Dream out of there. In fact, straight over towards mid with the found Duracho. He's going to try and run, but the cask is out. They close the gap. Duracho gets taken down. Another kill for SM Gambit.
They're setting up for the reload bottom, but so is Dream. He's coming back.
Over. Yeah, they can't kill this IO, these two.
And here comes no one. Speaking of the speed.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Rebel's still hanging around in the trees, but he's not got a lot of mana to play with.
Look at, I think Seneco's hunting Cheshire Cat. He has a Veil and level 4 Maledict. He's going to kill anybody he finds.
Oh, there's no dive. Dive's on cooldown. He might be able to force the egg.
He will.
Yeah. Now we have it. Yamich having to pop the egg. Seneko says, all right, goodbye.
No way. Okay, tip Seneko right now.
Oh, Pantomime. Oh, that's a free kill there for Dream. Omni slash down on the A. Yeah, this game's turning into a bit of a mess here.
Seneko is just crushing the game, honestly. His TP's bottom, his setup around the wards, just solo kills, level 7 so early. I love the Veil pickup too.
Yep.
The positioning you can actually cast it from now with the increased cast range is much nicer, as these 5 position supports works amazing with everybody on his team too. This is going perfect. This is the best game I've seen from Gambit so far in this entire DPC, I think.
Yeah, well,
Just this early game.
Easily. They've had some struggles.
It's clean.
Yeah, it's looking very, very good so far.
And now your moves are only, it's Rebel and Pantomime. They're the only ones who can really make moves around the map at all. Everyone else is just going to die if they show up at all.
And they've got 3 of them down at the bottom. Trying to make the move onto Dream, but everything's missed.
It's not easy for them though, right? Because the Centaur is so far behind, their whole draft is just not enabled. They don't have a leading stunner anymore. Rebel has his attempts at his Aether Remnants. He has Yules now, so that'll help him set it up, but it's just tough for them to get any lockdown on any of these targets. And there's an elusive target at that. Ember and Jug, it's just not easy. This is the first Centaur I've seen that actually has not been able to purchase Vanguard. He had to just go Hood. They've broken poor Cheshire.
Well, Dream, he's waiting for them on the high ground here, but they're aware of this. Jiracho, he's going to want to push Dream away from at least the solo Ancients here.
Dream is so... Yasha and Maelstrom already? My God.
Yeah, I do like you went for that build-up. None of this Battle Fury rubbish in a game where they're playing as fast as they are.
No way, especially if you're with like IO and ET.
Yeah.
Like this is where ET, your aura is going to thrive. You amp up the Maelstrom.
Yep.
IO amps up the Maelstrom with Spell Amp and attack speed too. I think this is the perfect build. And it's all about speed. They're just looking to swing across the map. So movement speed from Yasha, Tether, drums, etc. It's perfect. It fits their lineup just exactly how they want it to. Winstrike.
Oh.
Might be able to find something here.
I think Immersion. They have outnumbered them. They've got the egg out. Immersion off to the side, but he goes down. Dream, he's just going to look to TP out with the remainder of this Blade Fury. Is he able to make it away?
He's not.
Isn't. That was a long TP,
Where
right?
did he TP?
Where he was not going back to base, I can certainly tell you that. He was trying to TP somewhere on the map, but somewhere that someone else has already been. Maybe, was it over towards mid where Afterlife had just TP'd to?
I didn't see. I just saw that it was a long TP. He made... Definite big mistake, and Winstrike, they find themselves something to get them back in the game. And that's, Dyrachyo needed that so badly.
Yeah, no one's TP's on cooldown, actually, so I don't know where he's TPing. Well, see it here on the replay. Dream. Okay,
he's tier 1.
He's going to tier 1, so that's just a little too long there.
He tried to go for the greedy play. He wanted to show back up to fight with his team when they were going for that play, but... It actually gives a huge window to Winstrike. Cheshire Cat now has Blink Dagger. Dyrachyo is enabled a lot better now too. So now they can actually make plays that they can actually land stuns, because he does have Blink on Cheshire Cat. That was a pretty big mistake there from Gambit.
Oh, definitely losing a little bit of their momentum.
But they did see all the ults used, so I guess that means Roche. They're going to try to attempt it. No Egg, no Stampede, no Godstrike. Stampede is back up in about 5 seconds, so Winstrike might still look to fight, because they have AA Blast and they have the Blink on Cheshire Cat, so definitely an attempt possible from them. Yeah, Gambit, they'll respect it, they'll back away.
Let's see if they can catch no one.
Breaks the smoke with the Remnant through all of them. And he's also gone the Maelstrom, so there's a lot of damage that's going to be kicking off in this mid-gun from these Maelstrom procs. All amped up by that ET spirit, of course.
But as you say, they do need to keep pushing and fighting, otherwise the Sven's net worth and farm starts to get a little scary.
It can't start to. Right now, they're still in a great... They're still in a... Like, they don't need to be super forcing anything. They just have to, you know, not feed inside the fights.
I'm going to get the jump on Seneko. See if they can find anything more from this. Dream and no one are ready to go from the high ground. They're going to move it on to Cheshire Cat, drop the Omni Slash. The bounces, though, not really working in Dream's favor. Cheshire Cat's still getting low enough for no one to finish him off with the slide of the fist. Dyrachyo taking pretty much a full death forward to the face here as he'll get a kill on Seneko, but he'll go down in return for that. No one, nice dodge of the Supernova Stone with the Remnant. He's going to look to use this to continue to close the gap onto Yamich. See if we can catch him here with the chains. Yamich through the trees. There he can. No one's able to get the catch with the chains into the stop of the turn. They grab no one. No one's going to die for his efforts. As they do at least pick up Yamich as well at the end of it all, ASM Gambit. So getting that big kill, getting the Sven, still getting the cleanup, but losing a little bit themselves there. Losing no one, as no one did come out with the flashy plays to continue the aggression, but it does end up still dying.
Yeah, they still do have pretty insane burst. The beauty of AA, whenever you have any of these like spirit heroes, you're always going to have a good burst target for the one. But that was a Gambit fighting into all of Winstrike's ultimates, and they did do pretty decent, even though they did lose the one here. They defended the tower.
Yeah, keeping that lead down. 3K lead. Sven only just behind that of the Farm the Jug and close to the BKB. Once he has that going, sure they do have physical elements, but being able to run in with the BKB, stay on some of the squishier targets with the lockdown they have between the three cores. It will be a little spooky when the God Strength's up.
Yeah. And the Warcry overall is going to be phenomenal into at least the physical damage, but that's also why we do see that Gambit went for all this magical mixed with those Maelstroms being brought in. Now that the ults are down, they're going to try again to start poking at this Rosh. Don't quite have vision in the area just now, but just a sentry placed on the low ground from Seneko.
Let's see if Winstrike make any sort of attempt around it, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case, so...
No.
Slow and steady Rosh here for ASM Gambit.
Seneko gets a ward up too now, so he can guard the area. They're already pinging bottom. Dyrachyo showed himself on the wave. I think they were considering a relocate if they could get a +1 first to set it up.
And Dyrachyo, an ancient camp away pretty much from the BKB, but now we'll have to be fighting into the Aegis of a very farm Jug. Another smoke move over towards Railball. We've got the chains to set things up. Death Ward immediately put to a stop though by the Remnant. As Railball was ready, he's away.
They're hitting a big timing here, though, on ASM Gambit. They have the Aghanims now finished on the Elder Titan. I believe Dream has the Manta after the Maelstrom, and they have all this Aegis, Medallion, and Mech also on the IO. So right now, the fights, they look to be pretty complicated for Winstrike, but they have to try to find these back heroes if they can. Get on the IO, get on the Witch Doctor, and they have to play around. Honestly, playing around Afterlife might be a little bit complicated. The Sven BKB is going to be crucial. He has to be really cautious about the usage.
Radiant are scanning.
There's just overwhelming damage really coming out on the side of Gambit right now.
Seneko trying to catch it with the Stampede. They want Seneko. They're in onto him, but the heals are coming out. Mercer's in with the tether. He's able to take him out to safety. Seneko's going to be fine. Dream looking for his target. He's going to commit with the Omni Slash onto the two cores. Cheshire Cat gets taken down. A perfect Omni Slash there, really, to get maximum damage out onto both of them. There's out to the side, Yamich. Rooted in place here. It's not going to get any sort of chance even to get the egg off. They just cut him apart there between the Sleight of Fist and the punch of the ET. There's 2 dead on Windstrikers. They try and make an aggressive move onto Seneko, but ASM Gambit, they're ready to turn it around.
And the Shadow Amulet pays off. He just goes invisible for a second and just completely breaks everything. He actually starts the fight as a Witch Doctor walking up high ground. Usually not the way that you'd assume it would happen, but nice dive from Seneko and a great fight. And that Omni Slash couldn't be more perfect. They get the stomp on 2, bounces perfectly between the 2 of them as well. And that's the first BKB. That's Dyrachyo's first showing. Not feeling too good.
And we'll see it again here, this jump. But a little too tough to take down. Not even close, really. Seneko's still at half HP after that initial attempt.
Oh, and look at these bounces.
I mean, yeah, it couldn't be any
Beautiful.
better. I feel like we used to sort of see in situations where maybe, he didn't get all the bounces needed to take Cheshire Cat out and would have stayed on the Sven, but not the case here. Just enough to kill off Cheshire Cat and enough space to jump straight back over to Dyrachyo and get that full amount of damage out.
They don't have the usual ways that they would like to have to be able to protect their team fights, protect their egg. It really is just, it's so much of this snowball effect because of Cheshire Cat. He's just so frail. It's a hood blink. You know, he doesn't have Vanguard, doesn't have any of this tankiness that he can actually stand and hold his ground, maybe eat some more of those slashes, etc. It's just tough fights. There's just so much damage from Gambit, and with this advantage, they can just keep running through. Especially just if they can just keep forcing these BKBs from the Sven like that, this game is quickly going to become near impossible for Winstrike.
Still showing themselves mid at Dream and Immersion. Duracho, I mean, he's got the BKB and the God Strength. Does he want to try and take a fight? He doesn't. He just wants to push them away from the tower, and they'll do so. Or they'll come with a smoke, Winstrike. See if they can get the wraparound onto the back lines, start the fight on top of the IO or the Witch Doctor, this time with a bit more firepower.
They know that Seneko has this ward up here. They pinged it earlier when he placed it. They're going to scan. They're aware of the positioning. Dream's just running in, trying to break the smoke, and he's going to.
Yeah, now it's, you know, what did Winstrike do? They're still going to try and make the jump route.
Afterlife.
He's in onto the ET, but Afterlife's going to be fine. Immersion comes in with the tether. Dracho trying to commit on towards the ET. Afterlife, he's being focused down. Can Dracho actually finish off the kill, though? Afterlife's just going to continue to kite up this Sven. Supernova's out. They'll bring him down, but did take pretty much the full duration there, the BKB. As now Dracho's going to be held in position. Seneko just right-clicking into him. Dream's ready to back them up with a healing ward. Now Duracho without any BKB to rely on. He's a little bit vulnerable. Snake's able to kite him out with the invis. Duracho goes down. As they can't quite find an easy way to get these fights going. It just takes them far too long to get some of the less important heroes in these team fights.
Yeah, they have to commit so hard for Afterlife. I think they use like the dust and the glimmer on, or the dust on him after the glimmer, but his ET spirit returned to him. So the magic immunity dispels, I think, the dust off of him. And then they have to just full commit with BKB Sven to kill just the ET. So the rest of the team just has to immediately bolt away from this super farm juggernaut and Ember Spirit. As the Sven again, second BKB usage, not picking him up the fight that he wants. Gambit's looking good besides that one little slip up that they've had so far. All playing together as this unit, the way they've itemized too, it's all coming together at the same time. Solar Crest now on this IO, who we didn't say, but you know, Philly Stone definitely helping a lot here for this immersion IO.
Snap on him. Ooh, no one didn't quite get him with the slight chains, maybe into the trees as Railball's out. Still playing over on Winstrike's half of the map, though. SM Gambit cutting the creep waves, making sure that all the pressure's coming in. He's now got a blink on the Sven, so Dracho at least able to make sure he can get immediately on top of his target in the fights once he's popped the ultimate.
He does need to. He's really close to 18 as well, too, for that level 3 God Strength. Does feel like he needs every little thing he can get at this point. No one?
Just starting to sort of tease around with them here. Once the rest of the team starts to swing over with the push on the mid and the bottom.
I've been seeing this so much from these Embers too lately. He takes the, I mean, this was way earlier, but he took the absorption talent. We mentioned how they didn't have the easiest ways of breaking it. It's been relevant in all of these fights too. Duracho, they're trying to force BKBs.
Oh, and yeah, it's going to come out. They will turn this time. They will manage to kill out Seneko. Now they're going to look to try and chase for the bigger kills. Look towards no one. Pops the slide fist, and now Afterlife's trying to start charging into them. I mean, that's the Stampede. God Strength used. They want to find more out of this Winstrike.
Gambit dives in.
He's up to the high ground. He does have the Supernova to rely on. So they're able to force him to use it. It will come out. Immersion's able to still get the mech off. He needs to get away from the Supernova. He's not going to be able to do so. Yamich will burn him down. Can they get more for this? They get the pull on the jug. They get the catch with the Remnant. That's going to be Dream going down. See if they can catch Afterlife and no one. The last two left alive here on ASM Gambit. The chase continues. Dracho, he's got the stun on no one. As that's no one gone. Afterlife, he's having a TP out. And he'll only just make it away. But Winstrike turning it around here, taking down 4.
The Sven damage. Jeez, Duracho, the Imp Claw. Every little thing coming into play, like we were saying, just actually gets a good fight. Looked a little weird too with Yamich diving onto the high ground there, but gets them into a good position to get the egg on the south and gets the Sven on top of the IO.
Excellently done there by Winstrike. Against a team that has managed to hold the advantage. Duracho really coming in big in that fight, making sure that he was able to go target to target and just able to sort of split ASM Gambit up enough. Seneko he has got Afterlife backing him up, and it's going to be enough to cause Duracho to just BKB and TP out of here. He knows they're coming back into the game. doesn't want to mess around with them. Yamich also going for the TP out. They got anything to stop it? They don't. So both
They do not.
actually able to make it out.
And that his BKB it literally just came up when he did TP out with it. So nice moves there from Winstrike being able to invade here. And it's really is all these small things like Warcry armor coming into play in the fights too. They kill Dream before he gets Omni. If Dream gets Omni, he might kill everybody there with Afterlife because the Spirit's on top of everyone. But yeah, Winstrike impressing now these last few fights. And it's really just, yeah, Dyrachyo starting to get this big farm, starting to get this big damage. And oh, a DE bottom. So let's give that bottle over to our Sven. And they do have ward vision right now of the IO and the Juggernaut as well. So smoke directly to them. Taneko.
Oh. Let's strike. Oh, Dream! He's got to be quick with the reaction. He is. Immediate Blade Fury jumps away, but Dyrachyo's ready to jump in, chasing with a Blink Dagger. A Dream, he gets caught by the hoof stomp. They're going to be able to take him down. That's the Juggernaut gone. The rest of Gambit, and they've got to run. There's no fight to be had with Dream getting taken out at the start of it all. And Winstrike, no, they're going to continue to chase. Cheshire Cat is in. They've got the vision here, stun out onto Immersion. They've got the pullback as well with the Remnant. Immersion gets taken down. He's punching back pretty hard as he is able to take down Dyrachyo. Now he's going to go over towards Yamich. Yamich also to fall as Afterlife managing to recover what was about to be another terrible fight there for ASM Gambit, but Afterlife coming in with some heavy hits to clean up the big boys.
He hit 15 before that fight happened. He gets a 5-man spirit plus 600 damage. Warcry was still on cooldown too. He just shreds him. I think he might have had Mask of Madness active for a second too, because he hit him very hard. Afterlife maybe salvaging the game there as Dream making some pretty big slip-ups there twice now.
A few times now. And this time round, Immersion having to immediately tether away elsewhere as Relbel makes the jump on him, forcing him to react. That means, yeah, Dream left alone and caught completely.
Nice stun from Cheshire Cat. Yeah.
We'll see this turnaround, yeah, from Afterlife. Just coming in, Cheshire Cat just getting beaten down, and the Sully Dyrachyo, he's trying to fight with the God Strength from the BKB, but it doesn't matter.
Mask of Madness. Yeah, he did use the mask. He was at 3 armor, so ET's just hitting him for pretty much pure damage right clicks there when he's so low down there. Oh man, bit of a slip up there. Now he's got Echo Saber too. Elder Titan level 18. Oh, love it.
What do you make of this, by the way? I mean, we see Relbel going for the Dagon scaling up this game. I mean, not something you see all the time in the Void Spirit. Is there a reason why, like, why the Dagon? I mean, there's so many items you can buy in this hero. Why Dagon this game?
Delete the IO, I guess. Or just delete, just deleting heroes in general, right? The way that they cleaned up the Jug 2 times now,
sure,
maybe it does feel like they can just insta-kill him. They have Ice Vortex, so it's amped. He has Kaya Sage, so it's amped. So
all right, yeah.
Gotten buffed.
No,
sure.
for sure they've been getting these chain stuns onto the Jug, so yeah, I guess a little bit extra, 100 or so, few hundred damage, and you're going to be more guaranteed to kill the Jug during the stun, but... Well, let's see. I've only had it been picked up in 3 matches so far on Void Spirit. I've had a lot of matches with the hero.
Definitely a weird one.
And he's leveling it up as well, isn't he?
He's got the... Oh, because he also gets the Spell Amp. That's right. He gets the Spell Amp 20. Okay. Spell Amp talent
sure,
22.
Yeah,
he has a lot of Spell Amp.
It's a lot of Spell Amp. See? Relbel. He's away. Plays it super safe there, just double jumping back.
He's going to TP out to his team immediately.
Yeah, I mean, they're Roshan's up. They've got to fight around here. I'll have the Stampede coming out. They're going to commit with the Omni slash Strayons onto Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat always able to... He will still go down to the Maelstrom prop. They've found Immersion, though, in return. And with the Supernova out, ASM Gambit, they've got to back off. Afterlife, he's chilling on the cliff right now. Be ready to come down with the spider legs. Going to turn straight over towards the AA, but this time, Afterlife's not winning this fight. As Afterlife gets taken out by the Sven.
But
Dyrachyo, he needs help. No one's committing in on him. Dyrachyo trying to hold his ground and punch back, but Dyrachyo will fall. Another buyback coming out from him as he's ready to return straight into the fight. Dream will go down. Snakeo's looking for the TP out. Will make it away in the pit. And no one. He's got a Remnant available. Stun is chasing. Further buybacks here coming out from some Gambit. This time around it's Afterlife.
Some crazy fights, but they did force this Dyrachyo buyback. I mean, did they force it? Dyrachyo just did buyback, so maybe a bit of a mistake there from Winstrike. That could give a window to Gambit. If they do kill this Sven, the game could just abruptly end. That was a little weird, the way the fight kicks off. Afterlife, I think, maybe thinking that he's just an immortal beast or something running into 4 heroes. Definitely needs to be a little bit more careful. I still want the ET to be playing around his aura a little more. Sure, he can run in and go for these punch plays, but his Jug and his Ember were still up. You want to be playing around your teammates a little bit better rather than so solo. It was a little crazy by Afterlife.
Still, of course, all this attention around the Roche pit. You can imagine Dream's going to head straight back over in 20 seconds. But Winstrike, they'll want to try and make something happen before he's back.
I also, Dream doesn't have the shard, but I've seen him now multiple times now just spin for the damage rather than straight right-clicking. So I think he would want to just get the shard, because I think I've seen him do the spin like 3-4 times now when he could just right-click the heroes. Stomp. They're actually going to smoke out.
Rebel's kind of ready for this, scouting out things. The Remnant grab onto Dream, cast out, immediately loads us straight back to Seneko. Can SM Gambit
has a spirit on them.
They're going to go in. A deep Remnant here from no one. Maledict out just on to the Sensor as Dratcho, he's ready to come in onto the Witch Doctor. As Witch Doctor, can he take it down low? But Afterlife's punching back too hard. Again, Afterlife just runs him down with Dream. Dratcho, he's out of the game for 100 seconds. No buyback now. Stun out. Onto the Sensor. ASM Gambit, they're ready to set up for another core. The slash is back up as Dream takes down Cheshire Cat. That's 2 cores out, and with no buyback, of course, available anymore on Dratcho. This will be a free Roshan for ASM Gambit to step back into.
Dratcho, I feel like players are they're playing a little bit too aggressive and not understand like how much damage is going to come in. He didn't click Warcry, so he doesn't have 25 bonus armor, and he pops Mask of Madness. He's at 4 armor. ET and Jug just eat him.
Did he? Was it on cool now?
No. He God Strength, BKB, blinked, Mask of Madness.
I mean, that's just a I mean, you'd never Mask of Madness before pressing your Warcry right in that situation.
I've seen him do it.
Just a bit of a blunder there from him.
He's done it twice now, and he has the level 20 talent. So that like his effectiveness of his plus 25 armor, you're just deleting the most important ability versus ET, I feel.
You've got to pop it. Yeah, if you're not popping it, that's just a lost fight every single time. Yeah, it's the reason why you pick the hero. Yeah. Yeah,
it's why you pick it versus the ET to counteract that whole minus armor, plus armor kind of thing. And he just didn't use, like, that's why you see Afterlife hitting him so hard. Because it's a 4 armor Sven, effectively, when he pops Mask. Bit of a blunder as he is dead for 30 more seconds, Gambit. Feeling a big power spike here. They also got given the free shard, of course, to the Jug. Got this Aegis. He's very happy now.
Well, let's see. I'm going to lose some serious damage on the high ground here. These racks getting taken out by Dream. 10 seconds until Dratcho's back in. It's not going to be soon enough to defend mid.
Spirit just keeps scouting everybody. Look at its movement speed too. He's been using spider legs to amp it up, so it's got hasted move speed Spirit, so he gets it on all 5 every time. Look at that damage. Yummy.
So much. Afterlife having a great time in these fights. They've really got to respect him when they're jumping in with the Sven. As yes, we've seen he doesn't have any difficulty in turning and just fighting back on the Dratcho. And as you said, I feel like eyes are going to be on the Sven to make sure he gets that Warcry off in the next fight.
It's plus 25 armor. It's massive, you know? He didn't take the plus 3 duration talent, which I thought maybe he would this game. It was way earlier. He took attack speed.
Sure.
But, I mean, the attack speed's probably just more valuable overall in the game. So
I think especially because they were having a pretty rough start, right? So he needed to catch up with farm. And he did, you know, for the most part. They were able to close the gap a bit, Winstrike, but losing their footing again a little bit now. As we see there, a bit of a dip, but now back on track for sort of the advantage that ASM Gambit were able to build up very early this game.
Do you know what's wild, though? We were talking about how Rebels game has to be, like, perfect for them to have a chance. He's 10-0-10. He's part of 20 out of 21 kills with 0 deaths on Void Spirit. It's like, he is doing an excellent job on Void Spirit.
There we go. We have the high ground defense here.
Stop.
They're going to have to do something. Well, losing the tier 3s. Supernova coming out. Dratcho. He's watching from the side, looking for a chance to jump in, and there it is. He's able to get in onto Dream, but Merchant's in with the heals, and it's enough to allow Dream to get the Swift Slash and the Omni Slash out. As Dream's back in with the combo, but the Hoofstone will catch him as he comes out of the Slash. Dratcho turns to bring him down once. So that's Dream gone the first time. Dratcho having to run all the way back to base, though. A little too low to fight back. Ooh, Afterlife just comes in 2 shots the AA. As Panzerman will fall. ASM Gambit now having the space to take this bottom racks. And with a man down, no AA, there's not a fight to be had by the looks of it. Winstrike not able to push ASM Gambit back.
No, God Strength is over too, so they don't even have the damage to be able to attempt to fight back there. As some big items now picked up, a Shivas for the Ember. I believe a Basher also on the Jug. Gambit really finding their foot in these last few fights, and Afterlife just... I love watching ET just run through and two-shot supports. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and you're a fan of the build here. Well, they're getting the bash on him as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like amazing, but it's a why not
Sure.
item versus
you
a
do it in a
BKB Sven.
game, yeah, that you're having a good game in, right? After this Echo, you know, chances are one of those hits to start things off could very well be a bash.
Yeah, I think AC is probably the most appropriate item for him because he's playing versus Sven, he's got Jug, but either way, he's feeling himself. This build's going to work anyway. He can just two-shot people, so... And they're smoked. They're looking for the battle again. There is no egg and no God Strength still for 20 seconds. If they find this fight, Winstrike is going to get demolished. Rebel?
Oh, he's away, no one. He's going to find the rest of the team here. Dream's going to be brought in by Immersion. They'll look towards Duracho, but Duracho...
Bash?
Oh, it's there.
There it is.
That's it. They're in, and Duracho's got no escape now. And now he's dead again for 90 seconds. No buyback on Duracho. They'll be able to push down another lane. As his buyback, not only is short money, but it is still cooldown for a minute.
Rebel?
Going to try and burst Immersion, but the Dagon will be able to do so. So Immersion gets brought down. Dream and No One will probably take some kills in return, though, for this. As Cheshire Cat falls, Death Ward down onto Pansamem. There's 2 more dead on Winstrike. SM Gambit, they can continue to just push in now. There's a buyback available on Cheshire Cat. But now AA down as well as the Sven for a minute, with neither having a way to get back into the game.
Is Rebel going to lose the game with 0 deaths on Void Spirit? He's 10-0 and 11. He's just not dying in any of these fights anyway, but he's not able to push them away from him or do enough for his team because of these few slip-ups from the Sven. He actually has played like the perfect Void.
I mean, that's, yeah, do we ever see
21 of 22 kills with 0 deaths.
Yeah.
He's part of all of their kills besides 1. It's a remarkable
and he's about to probably lose. Yeah, that feels kind of bad. I think that's one of the games where as the mid laner you're probably justified to sort of say team.
Team.
Dream? As Dream. Oh, it's a good jump. Have they got the burst? They do.
They do.
That's Dream gone. Ice Bar's coming in as well onto the back lines. So SM Gambit, they've got to back off. See if Rebel can catch anything more. He's going to look over towards Half-Life. Half-Life force back in. He's ready to go with the BKB. Tries to fight. Going to go for the TP out after the Magic Community gets brought back in from the Ags.
They'll catch Dream again.
So they defend. Tier 3 still up in the top lane. They're able to push him back in time.
They do get the chain stun pretty nicely a couple of times now here on the side of Winstrike. They are getting the Jug, but it's not just the Jug who's the problem. It's the overall team.
We've got that the Timeless Relic as well, ready for Rebel. So more Spell Amp. More Spell Amp. The Dagon build paying off. Has No One. And he's got the BKB, so we'll manage to make it out of there. They're going to be able to blink and chase this. Doesn't look like it, so no one's out.
He's got the Arcane Rune too, so he's going to be able to toy with them a bit to stop any pressure or push. God Strength will be down soon, and Jug will be back up. So Gambit will have a bit of a window when he is respawning versus this Winstrike team, who has used most of their ultimates. Rebel can still do a lot of work. He's got, 25, he's got this Dagon, he's got all this Spell Amp.
Rebel, he's got the setup on Seneko. Straight over he goes. He's found the Witch Doctor with the burst of the Dagon. Seneko falls.
Do you see how much damage it's doing? 1160 without the Ice Vortex from the AA. It's actually pretty absurd how much damage it's going to be doing just with the Dagon.
It's working. The Dagon build's certainly working here for Rebel.
For him, yes.
And he's starting to build up the money next. Well, we'll see where he goes. He's still got slots to play with. He's holding onto a bottle. He's holding onto a gem.
Give me the E-Blade. Actually, you know what? Refresher might just be more suitable because of his all spell kit, but...
Yeah, or Octarine, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he just goes for those. I mean, we'll see if he's able to get to that. As Cheshire Cat, he's found.
He's gonna be fine here with the Stampede. Rebel already looking for a jump to make.
He can still assassinate the support, like an AA blast, and the supports are dead every single time from Rebel. Rebel? Astral Step. He scouted this time.
And he's out of steps. He's got to simulate in a second. But they're going to get the stun straight on the way down. So
he
the
does that
first time he dies here. A lot of money for Dream, of course, because of that. A big bonus for finally taking down the Deathless Void Spirit.
And a gem also gets dropped too from his death because he was carrying that the whole time. Does have buyback, but does not want to have to be forced to use it here. Winstrike does have to be cautious with their positioning. Lanes will eventually start pushing into the side of Winstrike pretty soon too. So at Gambit, they are kind of looking for the fight, but they're a bit split up right now. Winstrike, the scan actually catches Winstrike on the high ground.
Dream's going to run into this. He's got the Blade Fury in time. Turns his attention over towards Cheshire Cat. No one coming in from the side. Rebels ready to try and turn things around, though. Straight into the river they jump, looking towards Afterlife. Afterlife is going to get burst down there by the Dagon. Rebel gets the kill. Over towards Dream. Setups here with the Yules into the Supernova. Follow-up Who-Stomp. Cheshire Cat's able to get the jump. Dream's dead for sure.
Got him again.
As Dream goes down, they've got to run ASM Gambit, but they're not going to be able to do so. Immersion tethers over towards no one. Jump forward from the Sven. Still going to continue chasing, though. Seneko going to try and slow them down with the cast. And the Maledict. Cheshire Cat's in. They've found Seneko. Seneko trying to run, but the dust is out. Seneko's going to get chased down by the stun. He'll fall over to the side. They've got the setup. The Remnant controls there onto no one. No one's still with the BKB available. With the Remnant away, they'll jump up to the safety of the high ground. Are they going to be able to chase? They won't. They'll hold back for now here.
But Roshan 10. These deaths are unbelievably costly. They're actually going to relocate to the base to try to force some reaction here. Try to get anything from the side of Winstrike. Because, yeah, Roche is back up in 2 seconds. And
Immersion and no one.
He's dead.
Oh,
and now no one is going to die, too.
Oh, that Ice Blast as well. Oh, that was close.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Yeah, he actually survives.
Oh, my. What is going on here? I tell you, this game's getting a little messy.
Very messy. Dream is just dying by himself over and over and over again, I feel like, to 2 or 3 heroes on the side of Winstrike. As now Roche.
That's an easy Roche here for Winstrike.
And that's the refresher shard. So you know what, Rebel, he's got a free one if he wants to grab that for himself for more damage.
There we go. Easy Roche shot. I just on Rebel.
I didn't expect to say it would go on to Winstrike, but they get it.
They've got it. I mean, it's only a 3K difference right now here, 45 minutes, 34 to 28. I mean, they are down 2 sets of racks, but I mean, this game feels very easily losable for SM Gambit, with the way things are going. It's been up and down, as you can see, throughout the last bit of this, the action that we've been seeing here. Like, ASM Gambit, they've got to tighten things up. If they continue to make moves like this, Winstrike, they'll take the win.
They absolutely will. I mean, this Sven is actually so strong. He's 25 also. So they have multiple level 25 cores now. He's got all of his items online to be able to one-shot or kill heroes in one stun combo, particularly the Jug that we've seen multiple times. Yeah, Gambit have totally thrown away their lead. Even though they have Grax advantage, these fights are not going to look easy for them now.
Gambit's got to be careful. Winstrike. Rebel's ready to make the jump. Dream, he can't afford to be the one that gets jumped to the front lines anymore.
No, definitely not. Yeah, Mitch also having the double egg because they gave him the refresher shard. No one. They have a ward on top of him.
What's he doing? I mean, he wasn't ready, I guess, for that at all. Didn't expect them to be around here. I guess, sees the AA, assumes what AA is on his own.
I guess. It was a nice play from Duracho. He blinked literally directly on top of him. So the stun was like...
I mean, they're pushing the high ground now.
Very tough to actually dodge. And yeah, Duracho.
It's a lot of damage here with the Death Ward. Yeah, he's got to be a little careful. And the Omni onto the side. And Yamich has still got the Supernova. Dream's going to try and commit onwards. Good bash to stop the dive, so they will manage to kill off Yamich.
Duracho's too low to fight, too. The Maledict put him down to 700 HP. Bottom wave heavily pushing it with double catapults. They do have to back away. All right, Gambit, are they going to be able to make a play back to catch anything here? They do have the Ninja Gear Jug looking for an opportunity. What a wild game.
All over the place, this one. And less than a 1K lead. We're pretty much even in net worth right now. There's no telling which way this is going to go. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, if you're sort of to consider the past results, I mean, maybe we are just seeing again here for SM Gambit some of the issues that they've struggled with in their other series, where even when they have such a great start, they they just sort of falter in the later stages of the game. As you know,
yeah, I don't know if
Winstrike-
they like let their foot off the like pedal or something like that. Now Afterlife also just getting caught. Rebel just assassinating him, and they just bought out on the ET. He just bought a Blink Dagger. So like, look at his inventory. It looks awkward now on the ET. He's got Blink, Hyperstone, a Basher. Like, I think Gambit may have gotten just a little bit too chilled out with this game because of how comfortable and how great the lead was.
Yeah, they had a great start. They had a great start, but yeah, it seems to be a bit of a distant dream now.
No one. He's playing more careful now. He's got the Aeon Disc locked in his bag, so if he does get jumped this next time, should be able to survive, setting up a defensive remnant as well, being a little bit more careful. I think he knows there's a ward now there too, or he should know, because of the way they did jump him. Rebel, still looking for the assassination.
He is, yeah. No one's got to play very careful.
He has a 7,000 gold now on Void Spirit too.
Gotcha. We'll be forced to BKB. No one, he's going to try and chase. He's going to try and chase. They got the opening stun. They remove the remnant. No one, he's able to get that Aeon Disc assembled, as you said. Assembles it in time, so he's going to be backed up now by Immersion. They're going to continue to try and keep this fight going, but they're diving in with the Supernova. As they can't take down his leg, they've got to get back from this. No one's had to buy back. Treasure Cat's in with the stun. They'll take him out with the tether. Relocate saves him, but he's back in the front lines of the second X ready to go. Dream's dead. Immersion as well. Even with the buyback there for no one, they can't turn it. As the refresher shard coming in big there for Yamich, getting 2 excellent supernovas off that forced the whole area to be somewhere impossible for ASM Gambit to take a team fight into.
And Immersion, he was trying to just heal up the jug because he was getting chased out, and it actually ends up tethering him and relocating back into the midst of the fight. Winstrike are now just in the lead of these fights. It really feels like over and over again.
It's 4K advantage, and as you say, you know, Relboy just sort of laughing all the way to the bank here with how much good money he's got. He did, but what did he spend it up on? He just, was it BKB? He play it safe?
It is a BKB.
Playing it safe.
Yeah, he's staying safe.
I like it.
Dude, look how, I mean, he's actually having just such a spectacular game. Like, I can't actually believe this. Level 28, about to hit 29. 16, 114. He's still part of 30 of 33 kills.
Yeah, this is wild stuff from the Void Spirit. One of those games where, like, it's like he deserves to win. You know, he's played that well, Rebel.
Yeah.
You know, he has done so much this game. That's has been incredible. As this fight,
the only reason they even killed Deracho is because of the buyback from no one. So it's a costly kill just to get the Sven, who's going to be respawning as well himself soon.
Yeah, it's not like ASM Gambit are able to push anything in whilst he's dead, with them losing Immersion and Dream themselves.
And now they'll even claim the outpost themselves, the secondary one, so they deny any vision, any little bit of experience toward the way of ASM Gambit. No Lotus Orbs, right? That's the thing I'm
we have
looking
Lotus
at.
on Winstrike.
On the Centaur, right? Yeah,
we got
he said it earlier
for
the Omni, but...
A couple on Winstrike. Yeah, Mitch has got one as well.
Okay. They're missing one on Gambit. Like, they need one to be able to just reflect these stuns in particular, just any type of little things as well. They need more buff ups for Dream, it seems. Sure, he's got, like, the Glimmer, he's got the Mech and Solar, but definitely looking like he's needing Lotus. From the way that they're playing, too, they're just being very risky the way they've run him in. He's just getting chain stunned.
No Cheshire Cat. They don't want to go on him. He's got a cheese ready to pop.
And he's level 25 also on Cheshire Cat now too. So they've already done a great job of doing these like AoE stuns, like controlling the jug. Now they have an extra second on the hoof stomp, and he has an Aghanims too for damage reduction. The fight's looking quite difficult, quite complicated. They're setting themselves up together though. They want to just get this push started. Aegis is gone.
Let's see what they can get done up here on this push.
Let's see.
I've been very cautious about it though. I don't want to go straight for a high ground attempt.
Nope. Egg also, or Phoenix, now also 25. So all these supports, everybody on the side of Winstrike really starting to hit that 25. Even AA about to.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. I guess we are 52 minutes in, but yeah, still in comparison.
We are 52 minutes, yeah.
Seeing some great levels on Winstrike. I mean, mainly off the back of those last few times where they've been able to kill off these cores.
And now you see the Afterlife has gone back for the more sensible approach. You know, the Basher was cheeky. It worked like getting them like a 1 kill or 2, but he knows he needs AC. Like, it's just the better build with the Juggernaut with his team. is trying to build up toward that.
It's going to be hard fights to take. We saw what Yamich was able to do with a refresher shard last fight. Now he's got a refresher orb, so he's going to have the double egg.
Yep.
They couldn't deal with it last time.
He scouted all 5. The Spirit hit every single one. They should be 100% aware of this on the side of Gambit.
On Afterlife.
Afterlife.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. As the Spirit comes back in Immersion, though, he's going to get jumped. He has to tether over towards Dream. Going to have to chase here. They'll look to move in with the Supernova. Immersion will manage to relocate out in time. Dream's going to get left behind, though, here. Have they got the stun? They do. They just stimulate stuns in. They've got enough chain control. They don't, but they've got the Lotus out. Swiss Slash, but he's now got the Omni Slash good to go. Over he goes, over towards the center. Cheshire Cat getting low here, but Dream falls. He's out of the game. Dracho now turns his attention over towards Afterlife. Afterlife, he's trying to run. He's into the trees with Cheshire Cat and Dracho trying to chase him down. The paralyzing cast causing issues, though. As no one's bought time to dump back in. Straight over towards Dracho. Dracho does go down. So will Cheshire Cat here. They're going to be able to get the cleanup. This time round, ASM Gambit will find that team fight. And they take down all 5 members of Winstrike.
And I was worried for a second, too, because Dream had actually spent his buyback before the fight, so he didn't have it, but somehow they're able to take it with just the rest of them surviving. Immersion lives the entirety of the fight. Yeah. This IO just pumping out heals, Afterlife just pumping out the cleave damage, everyone all amped up.
I say this could be a pretty big window to maybe even close the game up for ASM Gambit. They are down Dream, but there's no buyback on the supports. Phoenix and AA won't be able to turn up for the defense here. We'll see how much they want to try and push it. Last set of racks it, as they could be eyeing up the mega creeps now, ASM Gambit.
This is such a wild game.
I know they're
that's gonna
easily going to be able to find these racks here with the damage. There's going to be a buyback coming out. Actually, that buyback's going to spook them enough to stop pushing for the megas. As Dracho's ready to chase with the help of Rebel. Rebel's in with the stimulate. No, he's actually going to back off. Doesn't want to continue to commit into the 4 of them. As ASM Gambit, they'll be happy with that. Forcing out a buyback and playing it safe. Not sticking around longer than they need to. Roshan is up, of course, so safe objectives available for them to try for.
They should scout it. One of them should have something in there. They're going to have the Jug respawning shortly. They're still continuing to force the issue top, but I feel like one of them should go back for this Rosh really soon. And they're starting to ping it out.
No one's still sticking around. He wants the megas.
Dream was pinging Rosh. No one just wanted to go in a little bit harder. Just try to force more. He will refill, come back, has 8,000 gold, so he can buy his own refresher himself, so he can have, what, 5-10 remnants inside of the fight.
We're going to have some big items here. I mean, who's taking the Ags? I guess all the cores have already got theirs. Maybe give it an Echo. Give it an Echo. You know, he's been dropping some great death wards. Who's taking what here? Refresher shard help by now for Dream. And yeah, they're giving Snakos into the pit. He'll grab that. Lovely stuff here. As that death ward's certainly going to cause issues. If he's able to get it off for a good duration in the team fight.
Oh.
And the 25, the death ward damage.
And that might also cause some issues too. There's a heart on the IO. That is an insane amount of regen now that he's going to be pumping out to his teammates. And it's going to be way harder for them to focus him. And he's got a cheese also for the secondary buildup. This Minotaur horn we've seen too a couple times saving his life.
I mean, you know, they're 22k up now. They've just killed Roche. They should have everything required to close the game. I say that though, Afterlife's in trouble. He goes down. They're over towards Immersion. The egg will get killed off. Immersion's still alive for now. It's a long death ward though coming out from Soneko. So Cheshire Cat's trying to find him. Dracho's getting Omni Slash. He's going to die. Dracho's down. So's Yamich. Cheshire Cat also in trouble. He can't run. 3 dead. No buyback. Make that 4. ASM Gambit. They'll finally be able to close it up here as they move on to the tier 4s. GG is called. It took a lot of effort from them here. Winstrike able to really give them some excellent fight right up until this 56-minute mark. But at the end of it all, they do finally close it up, Fog.
That had to have been stressful for ASM Gambit, I'll be totally honest with you. They did some really weird plays where they're getting caught solo a couple times. They actually brought Winstrike back in the game entirely because of that. Rebel, definitely have to give him a humongous shout out though. This Void Spirit performance.
And he loses.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
somehow
gonna feel bad.
Loses.
Yeah.
It was a really close game across it all. I think little things in the end really did matter though. Just the IO getting away, the ET Spirit, there's this amplified damage, the Ember Spirit just surviving too. They had to burn so much to kill the Jug in the last fight. No one actually was able to just go ham. A couple times we did see in the fights that he just got fully controlled and he couldn't do anything. That last fight, he definitely popped off, like 10 sleights of fist, 10 chains, etc. Some crazy stuff. ASM Gambit finally bringing it back.
No, indeed, this
what a game.
Yeah, pretty insane Dota coming out. And, keeps everyone sitting on the edge of their seat there. No real telling of who's able to close that game up right into the final minute, really. As we just didn't know. As looking forward to seeing what the rest of the series beholds. First game, though, starts it off. AS Monaco Gambit will finally be able to close up the victory and get the lead here. 1-0 at the moment for them.
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I do I, baby, why do I do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Until I broke the rules, my life destroyed. Life destroyed. Until I woke awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero?
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I surrender it. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. to the sea for a getaway. Car top down and we're driving just to feel young. Moving away to the sea. Moving away, can't you see? Sand in your feet, feel the breeze in the summertime. Stars in the sky, one dime for a first time. Moving away to the sea. Moving away, can't you see? We'll drink honey by the ocean. It's our favorite potion. Come on, baby, let me tell you one time that our days will never end, yeah. No, our days will never end, yeah. No. Come on, baby, let me tell you one time that our fire got a love it till you never break apart. And we moving away to the sea. Moving away, can't you see? There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. Get off your seat, clap your hands to the beat, grab your champagne glass tonight. We toast to freedom in the Caribbean, yeah, in the Caribbean, yeah. Dan, 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 smoke, 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 fire it up, let our lanterns paint the night sky red. Paint the night sky red, yeah, yeah. We'll drink honey by the ocean, it's our favorite potion. Come on, baby, let me tell you one time that our days will never end, yeah. No, our days will never end, yeah. No. Come on, baby, let me tell you one time that our fire got a love it till you never break apart. And we moving away to the sea. Moving away, can't you see? There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. There won't be one more time, so we gonna do this tonight. But it's too late now.
Back into it, and you can credit a lot for Winstrike knowing when to find those pickoffs when that overpositioning was occurring. But yeah, I think Gambit for sure are slightly more favourite just with how they controlled the early game of this first game.
So it sounds like to me the foundation is there for AS Monaco Gambit. They just made mistakes,
Exactly,
like
yeah.
very obvious mistakes that are easy to fix.
And it was tough, though, because they're playing against a draft that doesn't really forgive you for messing up. It's a stun, AA blast. Like,
Don't
you're
forget
just
the
dead.
egg. That's
That
also
too.
kind of annoying.
So screwing up, the egg is probably the best example. Did you kill the egg? Oh, you're winning the fight. Did you not? Well, you've just gotten wiped. And not to mention, they did go 0-3 against the top teams. Yes, it makes their record look poor, but they learned this is a serious team, serious organization, serious players. There's no way they're just gonna, phone it in for the rest of the season. They're
They can't,
trying their hardest.
Unless Monaco Gambit's got Monaco's only got like a 1-year contract, and it's like, okay, it
What do
doesn't
you mean?
really-
It's still, dude, Gambit's a big deal. They have the best merch out.
Dude, their bomber jackets. from
Yeah.
2019 Birmingham.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still do them, but
They do.
They were comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their CSGO team's like top 5 in the world right
Is
now.
this where we
maybe
now
even top
shield
3.
for one to be sent to us, or what are we
No,
doing?
I'm just trying to
Just
say
free-
respect.
Yeah, it's very comfortable.
10 seconds.
Of course, I'm a big fan of the clothing given to us by ESL 1.
That's true. I'd love more of it. The color scheme, the fit, the paneling.
Hey, Kyle, do you
hugs
love
your
it?
Butt.
You love it?
It adds like
You wear
200
it,
squat.
right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
You're right, Cap. Oh my
You're
god.
gonna like the way you look.
I love the way that you look.
All right, enough of that shilling. Grimstroke and Void Spirits, I really... I don't think... Man, I just keep on going back to poor Rebel, man. Like, that guy deserved to win that game.
No, but actually, counter-argument.
He didn't die for 40 minutes.
Counter-argument, counter-argument.
Okay.
Can we get back to shilling real fast?
Yeah, go for it.
Because
Yeah.
I've been pitching, and if anyone from BizDev is listening, there's a brand called I don't want to shill it, but basically they specialize in trimmers. Okay.
Oh yeah,
For body hair.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That would be such a great activation, right?
No one wants to see you. Please say you're not using the product, right?
We'd blur out. We would blur out.
Oh yeah.
The,
So now we can see
the naughty
a
bits.
blurred
but
Kyle.
I'm just saying.
Yep.
I've seen some of my colleagues' chests and backs,
Kyle.
and they could use some grooming. That's all I'm saying.
Just
think
just
about
say
it.
my name if you want. You've seen my chest hair. It's majestic. You don't have to. What are you saying?
So Winstrike are going to be picking the Storm Spirits, while AS Monaco Gambit have Void Spirit. Very interesting, boys.
This
Full
leads into Plan
Spirit
B,
heroes.
where we get the hot tub. But first, we need to.
Oh yeah, no.
handle
That's true. That's true. I know. I rate.
Sorry, Cap. We're back to the draft. Void Spirit, Storm Spirit.
broadcast.
But we're.
What do you mean?
Cap, you're sitting on the desk.
Yeah, that's because I'm not on camera.
Your shoes are untied.
No, they're not. I don't even have to
Your
look at
flies are undone.
That is also not true.
Thanks for the high five, Kyle.
I like the Winstrike setup. I like Storm. This hero, I know he keeps getting first two, but I still feel it's underrated because you just can't replace it. Grimstroke, we were discussing, has a slight nerf that seems altogether irrelevant. It's a 0.2 second less stun at max level, and then a 2% reduced move speed. It's like 16 now instead of 18%, which is just, it's one of those tweaks. It's just the, how do they test that?
They just got to the hero and it's like, we need to, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, that's fine. Like, to be fair though, the hero has got a terrible win rate in the pro scene. It is because so many teams like picking it. You do kind of tank the stats of these kind of lesser teams, giving it a go and then losing, of course. But I like how in the openings from both teams, you have the active mid enabled by the best support, right? Storm Tusk. Tusk is the tanky frontline, unlocks the vision of the fight. You can also go for your shard, send in your sigil, opens up Storm to get the perfect zip. On the flip side, Void Spirit, he lacks a little bit of damage sometimes. He needs that +1 accelerant. That's where the Grimstroke comes in. So yeah, heavily enabling the mids with the supports they've counterpicked with them.
Well, let us see.
Monaco Gambit.
I'm shocked I guess you don't want to pick Jug into Storm, but to ban it yourself when you have Grimstroke.
It's enabling the Void Spirits game. He's a hero that likes to jump in and be decisive. Oracle sits behind. You can't really do that on Void Spirit unless you're finding him. Always a difficult game plan. Wraith King and Jug, carries are independent. They thrive on the aggression.
This is that combo right here. Minus armor.
But that change didn't even feel that good. 8 to 6 seconds. It's like that's still enough time to slap the roast. And also, if you hold the last point, you can then reset that debuff anyway.
Exactly.
So it's technically like 12. to 14.
I like it though because it does add a bit of a skill cap
16.
in a way. It's why I also like the Lina Fervor change because sure, it wasn't even like being good to manage your 3 fervor stacks. It was just annoying because you would have to Dragon Slave with like 1 second remaining on your buff. Yeah. And it was tedious.
It's impractical.
Yeah. Because like, oh, do I want to lose my buff or do I want to miss the nuke on the camp? It was silly.
Just start using it randomly.
So because we ended up going for supports and mids at the very start of the draft, somehow Centaur was still left out. And Winstrike just gave it away. They gonna get Mars for themselves here or something?
I honestly...
The issue here, I wouldn't mind like a dark, so it's like a bit more for pacing. But they also could just go for their carry right now because they see what the offlane is going to be presenting. It is surprising to see Centaur get through this far. Specifically because like to counter it in lane, it's a very small niche group of heroes that also aren't really too good into the meta. Like Jug's banned, of course.
Yeah,
don't want to go Slark. They can't go Monkey. Monkey's dead.
I'd argue that Gambit had the go-to combo to beat a Centaur, Witch Doctor Jug. Like you really can't come up with something much better. And then they also had an ET, which was so value as an offlaner. Winstrike banned it out first too. So I think this is the dream.
I mean, like
they had
ET.
an answer to the Centaur.
What do you guys think of Lifestealer?
Very good.
Instead of trying to
it's
kill
good.
the Centaur, just survive. Nope.
Lifestealer is for sure one of the better heroes against Centaur. It's more of a hero that plays independent rather than enabling the support to come in as well. You can get kills, but yeah. They go for the Sven instead. It's a hero that simply looks at the lane, farms it out as much as Centaur farms it out. You go optimize yourself into the jungle, Centaur just stays in the lane.
Yep.
Maximizing your map kind of.
You could Lifestealer here. It's a really good matchup against the Sven. Not ideal against Storm, but I think that you have enough catch.
Medusa.
I was going to say the same, but
that's why
I don't know if it's
we're
meta.
Psychic. Meta. HellRaisers played it this morning. Kuman, he also went for a diffusal blade
Really?
on the Medusa. Yeah, just trying to rip through these.
It doesn't split shot
No.
mana burn.
No, but
Then.
it's about just ripping through the
Well,
hero.
when you get the
This
is
is
25
25.
talent
Yeah,
still
25.
modifiers?
Yeah. There you go for Lifestealer.
Alrighty, so AS Monaco Gambit are
I'm
now
sorry,
just left
Tiga.
with.
I'm sorry. He muted the mic to lecture me.
Yes.
He doesn't like when I make
yeah.
him look bad, which is somewhat ironic because he takes
All right, Kyle.
every
don't just lie now.
opportunity to make.
Kyle, don't lie now. Don't lie now, honey bun. We spoke about this.
Okay,
I love you.
Okay.
You know,
Razors-
I was trying to cover for both of you by talking while you guys
Yeah,
muted
I don't know why
yourself
Kyle
and had a conversation.
It's fine.
It's much more fun
Just
to work with
lads.
the mute button. I got to tell you.
I know it's so refreshing when you just want to like hit a quick jibe, like, bam, 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 and then like, oh, what happened? No one knows. It's when the mute button doesn't work. That's
Yeah,
when
that's
it's a bit, yeah.
that's it. When you think you have a mute button, but you don't.
I hope the mute button worked. That's a good joke.
That is a tough one.
That is a tough
The Razor ban is also a tough one, along with the Necro, because those are the best options at dealing with what AS Monaco Gambit have in store. And if I'm them, I'm just picking a team fighter now, right? You need a final 4 position. Maybe a Willow?
I still want
Right?
the Willow here. Willow
looks
very
really good because it's the root mechanic against Storm, against Tusk. Really annoying to deal with as a Sven as well. You just can't kill the fairy.
Oh, SD was a nice one as well. But yeah, I think these are the same bands from the last game. Is it just going to be the Willow? Oh, wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
I dig it though. They had a lot of
It's
success with the
sustained,
Wisp.
yeah. Winstrike's lineup is about, do we have God Strength? Do we get that critical zip off to kill them? And now, Voice Spirit's elusive, Centaur's hard to kill, Lifestealer's hard to kill. The only hero dying right now is going to be the Grimstroke. And, you know, Seneko, he thrives in this.
How long was that last game? I think that might have been the longest of the season.
I mean, it's like 56 minutes. I can quickly fact check you if you'd like.
I can't think of one that was longer.
Well, I'll check for you. Don't worry, mate.
It's interesting how the meta's changed. The game.
Oh my God! A last pick Timbers?
No.
Oh boy. Is it just me, or it feels like to me Winstrike forgot Centaur was in the game, and then AS Monaco Gambit forgot that Timbersaw was in the game.
Wow, that's such a dream Timber. Yeah, sure, the Lifestealer can be a bit of an issue, but man, this is one of Cheshire Cat's best heroes, and you don't really have an answer on the side of AS Monaco Gambit. Like, this is nuts.
I was discussing how Gambit's draft is all about sustain, playing around the big cooldowns of like the Sven Ultimate, and that's about it. But now with this Timbersaw pick, he plays off of the fact that the early entry to the game from Gambit is so hard. They're locked into items, not levels. So Timbersaw offsets that. Sven goes jungle. I love this last pick, and it is enough to put the balance into Winstrike. Whoa.
I think this hero, they have 2 of my favorite heroes in Dota right now, Storm and Timbersaw.
Wow.
They're infinite scaling. They have a Sven, so the team will scale better. And it is really just a mirror match of our previous game, where if you're going to win this as Monaco Gambit, you have to play with a lot more tempo. You need your Lifestealer ahead and running at enemy heroes with this armlet, maybe into Deso, maybe an Echo Saber, rushed AC, something like that, and then playing with the Wisp, splitting the map, find kills, skirmishes all over.
I guess the key thing is, even though it's an amazing Timbersaw game, if you can find the space on the map to ignore him long enough, Lifestealer into Sven, of course, goes Lifestealer's way. You can then offset that, and now the win condition isn't online. So it's very much for Winstrike to utilize that Timbersaw, unlock the Sven's game, get Aegis, look to end the game before you have some mid to late game annoyance of IO, sustain.
And Storm's just finding your Wisp all game too. So it's really just about getting ahead of that. I think shutting him down will be key.
Kyle, you said it was kind of a mirror of last game. Why are you leaning more towards Winstrike this time around?
I think it's just solid. It's just easier to execute. I like a Sven more than a Jug. I like Timbersaw just in general. And
against all the strength areas.
It just makes more sense. Kind of like the X factor here.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if that Timbersaw does manage to even out the series for Winstrike. Let's head over to OD Pixel Unfogged.
Thank you very much, Cap. Yes, we had a pretty crazy game one of this best of three. Fogged, seeing the drafts here, are we going to get just as crazy of a game this time round, or do you feel that someone has got one of those heroes that's going to sort of just control and be king of the whole game? As it does seem like the panel, they really rate that Timbersaw final pick here from Winstrike.
How did they get a last pick Timbersaw? And this hero's been banned like first 2, first 3, first 4 most games. I'm very surprised it made it through, especially if they're going to be going for the IO pick. Right? IO overall suffers a lot versus Timbersaw. You don't provide lockdown for your team. He's able to get on top of you. He's able to always just bring you down so quick with that pure damage and the Whirling Death, of course, with the stat loss. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just surprised to see it make it all the way through. But the good thing from Gambit is they do have very aggressive heroes. Just like last time, the Void Spirit, in particular, no one this time around, should be pretty free. There's a lot of telegraphed stuns. Just have to watch out pretty much just for the Storm connection onto him. Besides that, no one should have a pretty solid game on this Void Spirit, just like Rebel did last time.
30 seconds to battle.
All right, well, let's see. Let's see if indeed Cheshire Cat can have a bit of a better time this time round, at least at the start, because we saw him struggle a lot last game in the laning stage.
Yeah. I'm a bit worried. I mean, I'll be honest, because of the way the Dream played in the last game. Because a lot of this game is going to be up to the Lifestealer, what he builds and how he plays overall. And he made so many mistakes. He actually made so many mistakes in the last game that just brought Winstrike back. And this Lifestealer is like the most important hero. Like his build has to be perfect.
Well, let's see. Let's see how Dream's able to do this time round. And we'll, of course, again have the strong backing of the IO.
Mm-hmm. But they don't have the strong backing of Afterlife, who pretty much kind of took that game into his hands as a carry from the offlane. Centaur, you're not going to be dishing out that much damage. You're going to be dishing out the control for the most part. So see if Afterlife's able to at least do that front for himself on the Centaur.
I'll be interested to see how well no one can do in the mid matchup against the Storm, because you know sometimes we have seen Storm Spirits just straight up win the lane against Void.
Yeah, you should. Storm should be able to take advantage of that one quite nicely. It's going to get pushed in all the way, so no one should be able to farm under his tower here, but that also means Rebel, he's at level 2. There's no denies coming up in the Void Spirit yet, so he can bully no one just a tiny bit just with some extra right clicks. And they did actually do this, so it's going to be the Grimstroke as a 4 position in a way, playing with the Centaur, and the IO has to just play with the Lifestealer top. So it's a bit of a switch up. We don't see 4 quote-unquote Grim played very often.
Oh, well, I mean, and what does this sort of mean when you've got this here in this position? Is there any sort of item that you're looking to rush early? Like, what are the benefits of having it played down here?
Well, I think it's just that he wants to have a strong lane with the Centaur that they can actually contest range creeps. IO doesn't provide you a way to secure range creep. Yeah. Grimstroke will. So I'm saying 4, you know, I said quote unquote, because I think he's going to kind of be relegated to the 5 position at some point anyway, because that's just how IO works. But he can't secure range creeps. I say that as he actually just sets up the range creep for deny down bottom.
And then top lane, Cheshire Cat, what can they do to sort of stop him from having such a good game as the Timber? Is there any sort of... You feel whatever happens, Cheshire Cat is just going to have an easy time? Like that?
Yep.
They'll have to win the game around him.
Yeah, no, there's nothing they can do to push him out. He's got level 3 already. Their heroes just, they don't do damage. Like, they can chase him and be a little annoying. Dream can just sustain through him, but as for killing him or pushing out a lane, no. They'd have to bring like a 3rd or 4th hero or something like that, which you're not going to be doing so early on. Sustain game works though. As you see Dream, he just hits him, hits the creep as well. He's able to just keep full health with the overcharge as well. Immersion just has to be very wary of his positioning. He's the only one who can really die up here on both sides. Only way the Tusk dies, Yamich, is if you make some huge mistake like rolling in or playing under tower. Bottom. Cookie does get dodged. Seneko actually going to live because of that.
And I mean, top, can they dive in? You know, Yamich is still sort of hanging around. You know, is there anywhere else that he can look to set up action, or is just this top lane really? Like, because he's not really needed to be here with the Timbersaw, is he? Like, Cheshire Cat will farm this lane happily solo.
He is blocking the camps though, so he's ensuring that the XP is getting split between the IO and the Lifestealer. So there's at least that, but I do want to see him maybe make moves pretty soon. Like Cheshire Cat is perfectly fine up here, so I do think Yamich can open up the map, look to make plays bottom, even in mid. Seneko steps up way too far.
Good little boost here for Draft Joe to start things off. First blood on the Sven.
I was about to say, I don't think we're going to have a kill for a while, too, because these lanes they're pretty static. They're pretty boring the way they will be. It's only a misplay that will cause that to happen. Seneko heavily misplays. He just walks right up into the two of them there. Pantomim now gets a pull off, too, because of it, so it will reset that lane position a bit. But Afterlife, he's kept the creep wave right outside the tower. Oh, and look at that. So he's got... Okay, so I guess with the Grimstroke as well, he's playing more about a kill centaur rather than just the lane retaliate sustain. He's got 2 points in double edge. Usually you see just 2 points in retaliate, run away. You play more of this passive style and you farm against them.
Okay.
Nope, they're going to be looking for kills. These 2 points in double edge, so...
Yeah, I mean, will there be opportunities for kills, or you think it's going to be kind of hard against the Snap?
I think it'll be... I think it should be pretty hard, yeah. I mean, they can get the Snapfire if he, like, messes up with the cookie or something like that, but the Sven, I don't think they'll be able to get Duracho unless, again, a huge misplay from him.
Yeah, it's having the slower of the times in terms of course picking up farm in this laning stage. Mid lane. Oh, actually, Afterlife, he's got to get out of it, but the cookie's in. Inkswell stun buys him some time. Pulse to South will stop him from going down. But he may still die anyway. They're hunting in the trees. Afterlife.
One.
He's gone.
Two.
So not only a salve being put to waste, also his life there. As another kill here for Duracho in the safe lane.
Has to be cautious. Centaur, very low armor. Snapfire. The queen of reducing armor. I was going to say the king of reducing armor. Wait, she's the queen.
No, absolutely. The little shredder in this lane. Just really setting up for the Sven to get these heavy hits in very early on.
And they're moving. Okay, I love this. Look at Yamich's movement. The Centaur just TP'd down bottom, so if they kill him again, he's screwed. And they're going to go for it right away.
Cooking in, bringing in extra TPs as well. But Yamich is here. They've got Afterlife. There's no escape.
Great move.
No one trying to play with the counter. Coming in with the jump over towards Duracho. Duracho, he's out to the side. It's going to save him. Duracho is out. No one trying to get in to rectify the bottom lane. He couldn't get anything. Now it's just another kill, another death here for the Centaur.
And he tips him. Nice. Get him. Make him feel bad for his rotation for sure. As he does survive Duracho, he will have to go back to base, but whatever. Pantomim now takes the lane, which never feels bad. Snapfires love it. 5 and 9 on Pantomim too. He's been getting some hefty denies in this bottom lane.
Yamich has come over to the mid, but knows that... Well, actually, no one didn't have any further escape out. So they felt they didn't have enough damage between the two of them to commit onto the Void Spirit.
Love this move, though, from Yamich. Like, what he's doing right now is... he actually just...
Wait, what?
He almost got the bounty rune.
Oh, I did. I thought he did, actually, yeah, but Seneko...
I did, too.
Yeah, I was like, hang on.
Seneko?
And then Seneko was actually able to pick it up in time. As,
they slow him.
Ended up being a bit of a bait, but no, Afterlife can't get in for the hoof stomp, so Yamich will get away. That's a good job he did grab that. That would have looked pretty funny if he didn't. But,
yeah.
Seneko.
But this whole rotation from Yamich is excellent, right? Like, he's now forced the Centaur to be super afraid. Afterlife now being zoned off the wave, just like we saw last game from Cheshire Cat. Just from this little rotation. Just not wanting to die a secondary time. As Rebel, he saw the stacks from that Tusk movement from earlier. They're going to start working on them. They actually have to start swinging over this IO and the Void Spirit to stop this. 4v4, let's go.
No one. He's going to try and jump into start the fight. We'll be able to dodge the stun. No one's courier is going to get taken out. They've got him in the vortex into the cookie. No one still with an astral step at the ready. Jumps back over towards Pantomim. They're in with the Inkswell stun onto the two of them. Follow up Hoof Stomp. They've caught the Sven. They've caught the Storm. Rebel. He's got a little bit more mana to play with. They're running him down. No one's going to have an ability up in a second. As indeed Rebel cannot get out. As they may have got in and taken some of the stacks away, but losing both the mid and the carry for that attempt.
It ends up, yeah, definitely not worth bringing both of them, that's for sure. A painful hit, and it's a good place for Gambit to collapse like this with their heroes, right? With the 2 points in double edge, with 2 points in Inkswell, it looks beautiful. And a bit of a mistake too. I think Duracho using the Stormhammer onto the Void Spirit was a bit of a slip up there. He should save it for one of the easier targets to hit because no one dodged it, and then that's like their big setup stun. They had to throw everything else onto him, and they still couldn't bring him down. A bit of a slip up there from the side of Winstrike. I didn't see who cleared up the whole stack though. I think it was a bit split.
We're going to jump in along the river. They're going to try and get in on this. The Snowball will save him for the Inkswell stun. That's Rebel to push on, but no one's in with the counterplay. Comes in with the Astral Step, and Rebel's going to be careful. Doesn't want to go onto the high ground.
Top rune. They're racing toward it. Rebel, he's going to try to force Immersion to take it. And he will not be able to. Great jump from No one. Well, bottom also, again, they get another kill onto Afterlife. The God Strength plus that minus armor. They also have Medallion. He dies very quickly. Centaur is struggling in this series.
Yeah, it seems like both teams have just had pretty good answers to it in the lane.
Yeah, I like the concepts of just the Witch Doctor in the first one and just the Snapfire versus the Centaur in this one too. Just the minus armor in one way to be able to, because Centaur is good versus the effective physical damage, but when you're that reduced, you're not that good versus it at all. And then the other one, the Maledict, super effective as it is all that magic damage. Yeah, I like it. I like both approaches. And that does mean that this Snapfire getting so involved down bottom, he's going to be 6 any moment now.
That's going to be a fast time. And they've got pretty good ways to set up for Pantomime to sit at the back of the fight and get the kisses off. Whether it be...
I mean, Afterlife is still 5, so no Stampede. And the Snapfire is already 6. This next fight could be huge if Winstrike's able to get a positioning for the Snapfire. But Gambit, they're rotating down. They've spotted him. He's dead.
Pantomime pretty dead here. There's no one able to get him with the jump. And with the Arcane going, he'll continue to push on.
He might know that there's a ward down bottom somewhere because of the way that no one did jump instantly. Top, we're seeing Dream doing a great job. He's just rushed that Maelstrom versus the Timbersaw. He's able to sustain versus him decently.
Must be a little careful up here. I guess actually he's got immersion around. Cheshire Cat's got a TP down bottom. As he's going to look to just move over here and position himself so he can stop them from taking an early tier 1.
I like it. Yep. I like that whenever I see these movements from Timbers. You're just unkillable beast. Don't let them get any type of map advantage. 10 minutes hits.
Oh, and there he on. I mean, he's getting a lot of action here on the Void Spirit. Finds the setup onto Yamich. But with the Phantom's Embrace, keeping him completely silenced. There's not a chance. Rebel's coming in with a haste rune. Wants to try and find Sneko in return. He gets the silence out, but Bug's taken away. And Sneko will still be found. It's Rebel able to get something in return here. Both mids starting to get some kills.
Yep. And they actually killed the Yule Scepter. Did a creep end up finishing it? Wait, what?
Okay, yeah, where was it going? I guess it must have.
I thought I saw the Snapfire hitting it, but then it looks like a creep maybe last hit it, like a Null Assassin, Vul Assassin or something hit it. I don't know. Oh well, that is the Yule Scepter, at least the recipe dead, and he would have it done now too. So a minute and a half where no one is not gonna have that.
Yeah, how are we doing on the Orchid timing for Rebel? He's very close to it, so he's actually going to be able to have it for a bit of a window now where, yeah, he'll have the Orchid and the Yules won't be ready for no one.
That will be huge. Yeah, if he makes the move in the next 30 seconds or so. And he's got Fairy Trinket too, so perfect pickup for the Storm. Ancient's now starting to get worked on for Afterlife. He's now gone back into the Retaliate build after putting the 2 points in Double Edge. Looks like they're attempting to go for a smoke here, but the creeps keep hitting Afterlife for a sec. Let's see what they're able to make. If they can catch Cheshire Cat alone with 0 stacks, they might have the control and damage, but is that the target you want to go for? Looks like it will be.
They're going to try, see if they can burst him. Have they got enough damage? Yeah, with Dream coming in as well. They will. They need to
nice
commit
hit,
a
but the
lot.
relocate spotted.
Yep.
Pantomime sees it.
Can they do it on the way back? Rebel. He's in position. Dream's going to come back over, but the IO very dead. Can they get Dream as well? They got the punch up. Rage comes to an end. Dream's into the creep though, and the backup's here. No one. Jumps in with the Astral Step. They're able to soul bind the two of them together as Pantomime and Yamich will be punished. As ASM Gambit, they can swing over in time to make sure that, you know, that they punish Winstrike for trying to stick around and fight on the return of the IO.
And they're doing it with speed. That's the important thing that we saw last time also from Gambit, just playing quick around the map. And that was the window, right? That was where Storm has Orchid. The Yules was not finished up on the Void Kids at base. The Yules is now coming out to be delivered. So will be a little bit harder for Rebel to find that target at the least.
Dream getting the time and space now to clean up the Ancients, get the Sanj out on top of the Maelstrom. So, you know, that combined with the backup of Immersion is going to make him a rather tough target to jump upon.
I want him to get the Halberd. I think I'd like Halberd Maelstrom this game, and then he can go for something like Scotty. I think Scotty's still really effective versus Timbersaw and Sven, because you know that they're going to get BKB on Sven eventually, Timber's health reduction, and just the chase overall. I think that could be a really nice if Dream's able to get it. Cheshire Cat really diving forward here.
I mean, they're diving in deep here. And they'll be able to burst Afterlife. No struggles there with the setup of Red Bull heading in from the side. Now that'll give them the space to probably take this tier 1 tower. No one's still hanging around. Cheshire Cat diving in onto Seneko. Seneko, he doesn't want to mess around with this Timber anymore. Immediately TP's out. They get the tower, Winstrike.
And a D ward. Nicely done. Pantomim's still not able to find a window to use Mortimer Kisses. It feels bad when he was level 6 so early on. Okay, so Dream's just going to go SNY instead. I mean, that's fine too. I think Halberd feels a little... It feels really nice versus Sven overall, because he never wants to build MKB. The evasion and the disarm is super strong, but he's going to just go for SNY for status res anyway.
Okay, yeah,
Still super strong.
Yeah, just better for his own game personally, I guess, when it comes to farming and moving around the map, and chasing down. So, no, nothing to be found there. Seneko preparing in case a jump was to be made. Farm-wise, yeah, Dream still keeping himself at the top. Sven catching up a little bit, but so far so good here from Dream.
Very close early game here. This Lifestealer just a bit ahead of his counterpart. Now we see Gambit, they're finding a window to push bottom. They have spotted Afterlife up top though. Even though he's Vanguard for the Centaur, he's only got 5 armor. So Medallion plus Little Shredder and Tag Team, they'll kill him in no time.
Bottom tower is under attack.
They know he's still over here too. Pantomim is very well aware. Keeps pinging out the side over here, but won't be able to scout him out. Just chilling. Digs up a bounty rune on Afterlife.
Bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Very patient on Afterlife.
I don't think he's going to be... I mean, he's sticking around. Might be able to cut a creep wave after the tower's gone down, but... And mid lane's going to be the... Yeah, just the turn up a Cheshire Cat, and that's all that's needed really to stop them pushing.
They get the setup on top though. They're just stuck around.
And he's been left behind. I mean, that'll do there for ASM Gambit. Getting Duracho whilst the rest of Winstrike have retreated.
They're on the reload, so Immersion, he will just go down. But a nice play there from ASM Gambit, just chilling. They were just so patient from Afterlife to get some extra information too. They did have that ward that was up there to see some TPs canceled, and they just went, yeah, Mitch.
Trying to see if they can...
That's hurt. Sven getting slowed down a lot.
Yeah,
already now where the Lifestealer's already ahead of him, so that means he's going to have this one up of an item. If this Lifestealer's actually, I like this actually, the Bastion with the SNY is also a good one.
They're going to try and see if they can burst Cheshire Cat, but backups in, they come in from the side with the snowball straight down on towards Seneko. Seneko falls. Yamich getting turned upon here by Dream. Dream's got the damage. They take down Yamich in return. They're going to try and chase for more. Red Bull's low on mana. As Dracho comes in, going to try and focus the IO, but they're controlling him with the Yule Scepter. He's trying to turn and fight into Dream with the God Strength, but he just doesn't do enough damage, and now the Remnant pulls out. Dracho is going to get burst down.
Uh-oh.
As Dracho falls yet again, Dream's game continuing to get propelled so far ahead of that of the Svens. And they're going to continue to chase here. Panto is out to the side. He's going to try for the TP out, but the damage is there. Dream takes down another as the distance between him and Dracho Sven just grows and grows.
I can't... Duracho showing back up to the fight. He's hurting his own game so much as this Sven showing back up into the fights. Dream can just fight versus him easily. Yeah. He didn't even have the SNY out because his courier actually died with his Yasha. This was before he even had his full kit of his items, and he's going to have another item on top of the Sven. Fights are starting to look quite difficult for Winstrike. Even though they got, what, a full Mortimer kiss off onto everybody, they still couldn't really kill any of the big targets. They only kill that Centaur.
It's just a 1k gold difference, but we're really feeling the difference in the carries. A lot of weight on Winstrike's other two cores, the Storm and Timber, to really pop off in the fights, as they've got some carrying to do here whilst they buy time for the Sven Dracho to get in a place where he's going to be able to turn up and clean up in these fights. As over the river, they got enough burst, they do. They're able to make the jump, lock him down, no one will fall.
And they're going to get even another surprise. They're going to get the relocate kill too. A big hit from Winstrike. No one. getting caught off guard, but I don't think he's expecting the consistency of chain stun coming out from Winstrike. That was really nicely done with the cookie. Just perfectly using every single disable. Dyrachyo, though. He has to be careful. He at least has Lord Vision up here.
And he's got the team coming over. Winstrike.
Okay.
Looking for Seneko. Seneko just hiding in the trees here.
Oh. Oh. They don't see him. He throws the scan out. He knows they're all around him. Look at the ward coverage of this of this enemy jungle right now. Winstrike. Not able to find Seneko.
Oh, very nice hiding spot.
All right, so Dream, this matchup starts to get pretty hard for the Sven too as it does progress. Sure, Sven starts to deal more damage, but Lifestealer's talents really start to kind of break the matchup, especially when he hits 20. Sure, it's still some time away, but as we said, evasion is going to be devastating for this Sven to deal with. And this Lifestealer just has he has a full item on top of the Sven, and it's going to just keep getting worse if he doesn't start getting a successful fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they're looking for him. Like, Gambit is just constantly hunting for Dyrachyo.
Yeah, they know that he's having to spend time picking his game back up, and he is getting it. You know, with the passive moments, he is able to farm that much more efficiently than Dream in comparison. So he's closing the gap a little bit.
Does he have the same backup though, right? They do almost have Solar Crest at least done on the Snapfire, so that'll be nice. No blink yet on Yamich, but they will get an Arcane Rune for Rebel. And he's level 15, he's got Kaya too. Pretty good moment for the Storm Spirit.
No, definitely a good fight to be had here.
And they see Afterlife too. These deep wards that they placed earlier, it might get them some kills here. No one scouts it.
He's being careful. He knows there's a lot behind him.
And he taunts him. Gotta love that Void Spirit taunt. And now an Aghanims for no one. So fights, if he's able to get these Blanket Silence, now it's hard for the Storm. Even for Timbersaw, the support's also a lot more vulnerable. Soulbind, as well as just like the Phantom and this other Silence coming out from Void Spirit, it might trip up the fights a lot before they have any BKBs. Winstrike might have to be a little careful fighting into no one right now.
Yeah, Dream as well, having the Basher done. So extra little bit of catch that might cause issues for the cause, especially the Storm and Timber if they're trying to break away.
Even takes the health talent on the Lifestealer too, so look at his durability. 20 armor, 2400 HP with the heal and sustain as they're in.
They're going to try and start off the action. They get the jump in onto Yamich. Yamich is trying to take that Phantom Embrace off. The little Shredder being used to get those extra hits in to remove the silence. See Dream. He's going to commit in on the backlines. Dream, he needs help. He's going to get it. Immersion's in with the tether. Turns, gets the bash off. Now going over towards them. They've got the Soulbind looking down the two of them. Dyrachyo's going to go down. Jump over from Afterlife. He finds the Who's-Stop connection onto the Timbersaw. Cheshire Cat trying to chain away, but the bash is in. A Dream, the rest of them, they're looking for the other kills. They want to try and ignore the Timbersaw, take down the easier targets. Dream's charging down Pantomime with the Ink Swirl. They'll be able to close the gap, get the stun off. Panto gets taken out. Yamich, he'll be the next target here if Dream can find him.
He's got his blink.
He's going to be able to,
should be all right.
To be fine here. They won't search any further. Dream actually just TPing back. Going to look to resume farming. I mean, they're of course going to be happy with that. Again, another situation where they're taking out this Sven. They're not getting punished other than the kill on no one. But yeah, Dream's game continues to be perfectly fine. He's out and the farm continues for him while Sven sits at the sidelines.
And you can tell he's just perfectly fine on the Lifestealer there too. The IO coming in with the mech, this crazy sustain that pushes him over. No one does make a little bit of a mess up overextending, which I think Winstrike should be quite happy and quite fortunate with too, with the way that that fight was looking. Yeah, they need BKBs. Both the Storm and the Sven now before this next fight, they need the BKB or they will just keep getting smashed. Too much silence, too much control. And Cheshire Cat's just getting ignored in a lot of the fights. He got like soul bound up and then they just left him to do whatever as they chase the rest of the heroes.
You look towards the rush maybe here, SM Gambit.
This is a good force. I don't think Winstrike's ready to fight. Yeah, without BKBs, like there's just no way that they can take this head-on fight unless they do some massive outplay.
SM Gambit. They're holding strong in the pit. What can Winstrike do to try and push them away? They know they're in there. Maybe look for a steal with Rebel if he times it right. In fact, no one. He's actually going to start the action first. They make the jump with the Astro Step, looking at the backlines. He gets the silence out with the Pulse. They're focusing Yamich. I see the zip in from Rebel on the backline stream. He's been able to find his way over towards Dracio. As they control him with the Yules, the rest of Winstrike trying to swing around to help out Dracio, throw out the stun onto no one. Yules control onto Dream, but they can keep on pushing on. They'll take down Sven yet again. It's a great kisses from the side from Pantomem. Actually enough to set up to get the 4 of them, as Pantomem may have just saved the fight. He absolutely has. They get the cleanup. Triple kill for Cheshire Cat as Panto, perfect position. They couldn't get anyone on top of him. As his setup there with that amount of damage gives enough confidence for them to just keep on fighting and turn the entire team fight around.
And that's pre-BKB that they're able to take that fight. Just everyone, I want to see it again, they all just hugged. Everyone on top of each other, like 4-man Whirling Death, 4-man Chakram. That was kind of the only dream situation that Winstrike could hope for in the fight, of just overextending, just focusing too much on the Sven. Rebel just able to do everything that he wants inside the fight, and like you said, the kiss is perfect. They put so much focus on this Sven.
They do. They just have both of their cores trying to bring down Diracho. In fact, all three, you know, Afterlife jumping in as well, but there they are. So they get caught in the combo. Cheshire Cat and Pantomem's damage flying in. Back in action though, Cheshire Cat. Back in the game, and he's dead. He is dead. They did, of course, finish off Roshan. Winstrike. Aegis on Rebel.
It's still a huge window. Like they got Roche in a position that they probably shouldn't have because of the state of not having BKBs into all these silences and control. Storm is level 18 with BKB, with Arcane Rune, with Aegis. And one of the best heroes that you can possibly have to carry it. And the Sven now pretty much has BKB too. So the fights now for them will be a lot easier to approach.
It's going to be much more difficult for no one to start the fights the way he has previously, just jumping in and trying to get that initial setup. The cores are going to be ready. And now, 3k up Winstrike, closing that gap. Dream may still be at the top. The rest of the cores starting to fall behind, as you see Afterlife. Certainly his farm has slowed down completely.
Yeah, not going to be able to do the same thing as he did as an Elder Titan. He's just the control and the buff ups for the Lifestealer, who now is level 18 too. He doesn't quite have his Satanic done, but I think he wants this just for the Dispel in particular versus the annoying Orchid that will be coming out always. But is that going to give him enough damage? Because Sven, as we said, Diracho starting to catch back up. Same thing with Rebel. He's having a hell of a series, honestly. Rebel, even though they lost that last game, like we said, 5-1-7 this time on the Storm too.
Let's see if he can close up the victory this time round. As you said, he did pretty much everything he could in that last game. No doubt
he's definitely a man to watch out for in a lot of these games for Winstrike. He is a standout.
Top tower is under attack.
I mean, there's some gaps. Do they want to try and fight whilst the Aegis is up on Winstrike, or?
No, I think if they can look for pickoffs because they have relocate, but it's Winstrike constantly hunting them right now.
Damn, Rebel straight in. A big zip here as he tries to get aggressive down around the bottom lane. Merchant and Dream just keeping it hidden in the trees. So Cheshire Cat's going to hunt them down.
They feel so much stronger because BKBs, they're just not at risk of getting caught now with the two frontline heroes. They don't have to worry so much about that annoying Void Spirit, annoying Inkswell stun combo from Centaur. As Gambit, they just have to kind of dodge for some time here until that Aegis does get reclaimed, but gives Winstrike so much time to catch up. Diracho, he's fully recovered.
Oh, we see Dream trying to get the Satanic done. Do you like this, or do you feel he could have done with going for a bit more aggression of his build, getting some more damage online?
I kind of wanted him to go for more I actually wanted like the Scotty, something like that, so he can chase through these BKBs now that they're at. It's a more defensive posture. It's him trying to dispel or annoying Orchids and stuff like that, but is that going to be the solution now at this point, now that you're starting to fall behind? I think you probably do want some way to deal with those BKBs besides just a Basher.
Especially having the Halberd and Invasion on Cheshire Cat. This is, as she said at the start, it was going to be a good game for Timber. It's really getting to that point where it's going to be very, very hard, if not just impossible, for them to bring down Timbersaw in the fights.
They'll just have to dance around him. They have to go for every other hero and then focus on the Timbersaw. But we saw, that can also be a problem. Cheshire Cat can just delete heroes if they do just forget about him for too long. Level 19, he has got the Flamethrower.
And taking these towers without any response now from ASM Gambit. They know it's tough to turn up and do anything about these pushes from Winstrike.
They're reloading though. They saw an opportunity when they're split, but Winstrike quickly collapsed on top of it.
And Cheshire Cat just knowing he can stand here at the front. They're never going to be making a jump onto him. As Dream is very close to having the Satanic complete.
Okay, and he does find an Elven Tunic, so Elven Tunic, and when he gets to 20 talent, that evasion will be a bit annoying for the Sven to deal with, because he's never wants to build toward that MKB, as we said earlier. Oh, he just blocked his Ancient Cap. Oh, that feels bad, Dream.
Radiant are scanning.
And he's spotted down here. They have full vision of the Life Stealer at the moment.
I mean, they're going to keep pushing on top. And they're hunting in the trees. And they'll be able to find him. Seneko, he's caught. Really starting to fall apart here a little bit, ASM Gambit. As Winstrike, they're just making all the moves, taking all the objectives. You know, getting that roast out of Aegis was huge for them, as it's absolutely just put them straight in the lead now.
Yeah, I mean, winning a fight pre-BKBs versus all of Gambit's timings was absolutely instrumental for them.
I mean, they're just going to push
to the high ground.
Yeah, what do you do? How do you stop this? They're going to try. After immediately getting silenced as he jumps in. He gets the Lotus off. See, Dream tries to jump in with the heals to help out. That fire does get put to a stop as no one's able to jump to the back lines with the silence. Rebel committing with BKB on Seneko. Seneko is going to be fine, but no one. They get the control onto the Void Spirit. Dream getting healed up by Immersion, but does he actually have the damage? The Ink Sword Stone will go off onto the three of them. They're focusing the Sven. They are able to take him out. Draccio goes down. Yamich is running with the Spy Legs, but he won't be able to escape. He also falls. Cheshire Cat's able to get in and cut down Afterlife. See if they can bring down Cheshire Cat. Silence in place. And Rebel, he's jumping back in on the back lines. He's been able to get in over towards the IO. They turn the silence. Rebel's actually going to end up dying for that attempt. Panto as well will fall. A triple kill for Dream, as I mean, it cost them a couple of buybacks, but they hit back very hard against Winstrike there. Winstrike losing a lot on that attempt from them to try and break the set of racks. The racks stay up. ASM Gambit are able to defend.
Rebel just gives his life. He jumps in trying to get a kill on a support, but just dies. Quick Orchid, quick removal by Afterlife with that Lotus Orb, kind of turns everything around, resets the positioning of the fight. No one gets completely annihilated from the chain stun, but it does allow Dream to kind of clean up inside of the fight, just hitting absolutely everyone perfectly. Afterlife gets a good setup stun as we're back in the game.
Back in action, Cheshire Cat. He's got to be careful here. He's got the four of them going on to him. They've got the bashes. He's going to be able to get up to the high ground. Oh!
The halberd, it saves him.
Well, I mean, that was very, very close there. Yamich. He's going to be able to catch the Seneko here on the way out, and with the snowball, they're chasing in. They've got a stampede from the Remnant as well. Actually does hold back Draccio. Shards are going to miss. They're controlling him. Afterlife, no, and they're going to jump back over towards him, but the cookie's in. Over towards Afterlife. BKB's out. They're committing onto the center. They'll take him down. Afterlife falls. So Draccio can get more here with the BKB. God Strength. He's looking to Immersion. Immersion controlled by the snowball. They hit for two. Railball's ready to dive in for the back lines. Catches Seneko here on the retreat. Glimmer Cape, is it going to save him from the soul burn damage? It won't. Dust is out. Cheshire Cat gets the kill.
Right back the other way. Rebel, very low on mana, but a great chase forward, just getting all these kills. Afterlife they're trying to save Seneko there, and they actually get themselves triple. 3 heroes dead because of it. Just Stampede trying to bail him out. And back straight up the top. Draccio will be able to claim it.
Yeah, this time around, ASM Gambit, they won't have the defense to push back. As they might get more than just the one set. The mid lane also getting pushed in by Winstrike. Dream, what's the move? He's going to start cutting creep waves, but they've already got a couple coming in, so Winstrike, they're not going anywhere. They'll push on.
The flamethrower back up in 2 seconds. It will go Rebel. Whoopsie.
Oh, he was a little scared there. Afterlife's actually able to get in and get the stun onto the two of them. Snowball and Cookie out of the side. They're trying to get out now. Cheshire Cat and Yamach still on the front lines. They'll come in over towards the center. No one jumps across with the Astral Step. He's got the damage to take down Yamach. Yamach falls. So they can get the rest out there. Dream's chasing. Gonna go for the TP. Anything to cancel it? There isn't. Cheshire Cat makes it away, but they got what they came for. The full set of racks top and the melee racks mid. Only losing Yamach for it. They'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, huge hit. No one has to be careful with his life since he did have to use the buyback earlier on, but a big hit from Winstrike just turning it back as Roche About a minute left on that one. Dream, we're still seeing he's super powerful, but they are kiting him around quite a lot. So he has queued up that Scotty as we kind of expected he would do versus the BKBs and that Timber. And does feel like he needs it. He really needs to carry this game pretty hard right now, it's feeling, as no one is just getting focus fired. They're sticking on to this poor Void Spirit so much. No one's gone for the BKB now. So we'll have some at least defensive measures to cover himself.
Yeah, for sure. He's just not having the chance at all in these fights. One step in the wrong place and just getting blown up. You know, this fan's certainly hurting. If they can set up for Duracho to close up on his targets, and last 3 times with Rebel, Yamich's initiation, they certainly have.
And they're smoking. They're looking for no one again.
Oh. Afterlife scouting things up from the high ground.
Oh,
Afterlife giving some good information, Dream. He's going to get halberded. He's hit the jump for the backlines. Rebel's gone for Sneko. Sneko's able to pop the charge. He's out, actually. The Stampede's pop. Rebel's now, he's got the one that's got to be careful. The BKB's pop, but they're linked together by the Soulbind. They're in onto the Storm Spirit. Phantom Embrace Silence comes in as well, followed up by the Pulse. Dream, he's on top of the Sven. Dracho, he's in trouble. They'll get back in, they'll take him down. Dream gets the 1, he gets the 2. He's over towards the Storm as well. Rebel goes down. Now they're looking for Cheshire Cat, and he's been left behind. Everybody else is dead. The Bloodstone Heal buys him time, but the chase is there. No one closes the gap with the Astral Step. They've got multiple silences to lock him down. The bash is out. Cheshire Cat still living, but the Remnant placed perfectly, almost predicting the angle he try and Timber chain out at, as this time it's ASM Gambit that Team White Winstrike.
BKB from no one was the absolute difference maker, and great positioning, as you said. Afterlife up on the high ground. Where was Snapfire ult, right? He just completely sat on Snapfire, so she couldn't actually walk into the fight at all. She was completely zoned out, and no one with his BKB. He pulls the attention of absolutely everybody on the side of Winstrike. He controls them in effectively, it's like 9 seconds of his BKB. He controlled the whole Winstrike team. Lifestealer shows up. Their BKBs are down on the Storm, and Sven, he just goes to town.
Are you ready to see this again? Sven taking them down one by one. As soon as this sort of comes to an end, and the fact that Dream just goes completely unchecked in the team fight.
Yep.
They just cannot deal with this Lifestealer staying consistently at full HP. It's just never a target that once the fight starts, anybody on Winstrike is going to feel good prioritizing. He's just too strong.
And that was pre-Eye of Scotty. So now for the next fight, he's even stronger on top of it all. And now no one has his own protection. You know, as we said, the BKB last time, now he's got a cheese too. ASM Gambit maybe have found their footing now after that last big fight. Dream, an absolute monster with the IO behind him.
That is just huge.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
They come out with the smoke here, Winstrike, but what kind of jump can they make? And Rebel's going to try. He's found Sneko. Come in with the tether. Snake's going to be healed up and he's going to be saved. They get the Lotus. They've got the control as well. That's turned into the Hoostomp. They make the jump over towards Dracho. Dracho is able to get the BKB off the leash. It's just ruining this Storm's game. Rebel has to zip out to safety. Immersion getting healed up here by the Infest. They're trying to keep their eye alive, but the eye will still fall. Dream. Used up for now. Afterlife moving in position, looking for the stun control. Yamich is going to get bounced to the side by the Cookie. Dream and no one. They're chasing down Dracho. They're going to be able to buy him a bit of time here with the Invis, but the sentries dropped down by Sneko. They'll continue to push on Rebel. He's caught by the Remnant. Rebel's going to go down. They've lost the Storm. Dream's ready to turn over towards Yamich and Pantomam. Panto will buy time for himself with the Ghost Scepter. No buyback available on Rebel though. He cannot get back in the fight. Panto's going to try for the TP out, but they've got the stuns to stop it. Another kill for ASM Gambit. There's now a good bit of window. 60 seconds, no Storm.
And the second fight now, where I see the leash, it just sticks on like the perfect target. It gets onto the Storm Spirit the second time. The first fight, it got on the Storm and the Tusk, so the Tusk couldn't snowball save. Some, I mean, phenomenal RNG perhaps with the secondary leash, but just still sticking on Rebel. And Rebel tries to go save Duracho, and he walks into an 8th Remnant and ends up getting killed from the chain stun.
They're struggling massively in these last few fights. Rebel just getting completely controlled, even through the BKB, and now Dream's up to the high ground. And they still have that Aegis.
Too big.
Radiant structures are fortified.
How do you stop this Lifestealer? Just taunting in front of them.
All the buffs, Overcharge plus Solar Crest with the mech and the Holy Locket behind him, even a Paladin Sword on the IO to boot for even more healing.
They just can't get in on him. He's taking down the red. They'll have Rebel up in a few seconds. We'll see if that changes much, but the last 3 fights it hasn't. They're trying to get on the back liners again. They're looking for immersion. Jump in with the silence. Rebel with a big zip. He's able to get the pull back onto the eye. Can they burst through immersion in time? Immersion getting low, but no, he's fine. Immersion's able to step out of the side. Rebel's got to back off. Again, he's committed with the BKB, but he has to use it to get away. Dracho jumps in, will manage to take down immersion, but now he's committed. Dream, no one. They're looking to continue to keep the silence. No one's up to the high ground. Stops the ultimate here from Snapfire, but they lost Dracho. Sven goes down. No one, Dream, they're still full HP. Rebel's going to jump back in, but he's got to be so careful. There's no BKB available on Rebel anymore. It's still on cooldown. They'll lose Yamage. Rebel cannot fight into this any longer.
Dyrachyo commits, so he does get the kill on the IO, but he jumped in, no BKB, nothing else, just the Gotching. He two-shots the IO, to be fair, does finish him off, but now he's dead for such a long time. And Seneko finds himself in that double bounty. Rebel.
Big aggressive zip here onto no one. He does not do enough damage though. And his BKB is still on cooldown.
He's dead.
I mean, that's one of those plays that hurts a bit. You know, that's a play, definitely some frustration fueling that sort of move.
Oh man, it's too hard for them to fight into this lifesteal, man. Dream is just absolutely immortal. Like, all these buffs too, the Inkswell dispels, just everything coming into play. The IO almost survives during all of it. He doesn't get the cheese off, like we said, because he got two-shotted, but I do want to point out this build. I don't remember he did this the first game too, but just dodging spirits. He actually just puts all his points in stats. I didn't point that out earlier, but kind of a funny approach here from the IO. Just tanking himself up.
Yeah, I guess, very selfish. No, wants to make sure he's not accidentally like taking CS, or no, he's not going to be hitting any creeps. It's just all about being there, being alive here for your teammates.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't actually notice that earlier. I just was more focused on Dream cleaning up and everything.
Well, you feel like we don't see any other IOs do this.
No, I don't think I've seen any support IOs doing this, but it's clever. Look how he's unbelievably tanky because of it. He still dies because he gets focused so hard, but that's cool. Very cool approach. I love stats as well. All of us Dota 1 players, we used to love our stats. So.
Oh, they're ready to push in. Rebel's up in a few seconds.
Aegis getting reclaimed in 1 second.
Okay. No one. They're just going to start things on in Cheshire Cat. They also get the control onto Dratch at the side. Cheshire Cat starting to back off. Centaur's going to be focused first. They bring down the Centaur with no struggles. Relbel is released again. He can't get out. Relbel goes down. Dead for 80. A tip's coming out as well from Seneko. He knows that these soul binds are just ruining the Storm's game. Dream's pushing in. Dracho, he's put the constraint, but he's got to run, and he can't. The bash is there. Dracho goes down. Both cores out of the game. No buybacks for Winstrike, as they're getting forced right back towards the fountain. Dream's charging in, setting up for the Inkswell stun onto the two of them. Yamich and Cheshire Cat fall.
Damn.
They're buying
Dream is
back.
popping off.
I mean, you said he had to play without the mistakes of game one to take this one away, and he certainly has. No mistakes to be had here from Dream, as he's played it perfectly. As they're fighting right up towards the fountain, they know there's nothing that Winstrike can do to turn this around with their two main cores dead, without any measure of getting back into the action. As 5 heroes dead, no buybacks.
The leashes. My God, that last one, Cheshire Cat walked in to try to bail Rebel out, and it actually just got him leashed and killed. So a couple of these leashes just absolutely instrumental to the win here from Gambit. But Dream, what a performance on the Lifestealer. Actually ends up going perfectly. Satan, his build actually ends up being excellent, and no one being really disruptive, except for that 1 or 2 fights that they had around Ancients. No one does a great job of just being so annoying. He just jumps on 3 or 4 heroes, keeps silencing and disrupting the backlines.
Yeah, excellent stuff. 15-1-16 on the Lifestealer, and just backed up perfectly. So many fights as well. I feel we saw, Relb, he knew that he had to deal with Seneko. He's trying to get on him. He pretty much gets the jump on him every time, but a lot of the times, Immersion just helping his support pro, getting him with the tether, keeping Seneko alive long enough so he gets his spells out and just causes so many issues for Relbel in those last few team fights. This Storm he couldn't play at all, and it wasn't as if he itemized bad or was making rough moves. I mean, maybe obviously that big zip onto the Void Spirit, but by then it was already kind of falling apart. It just seemed impossible. I think, if Relbel's ever playing Storm again, he's probably not doing it if there's a Grimstroke in the game.
No, Seneko, he played it really well too. With a couple of his like glimmers, they didn't have the vision in the back, and he actually, I think I saw like 1 or 2 fights. He ink swells himself, glimmers himself. So then they dust, the ink swell pops, it dispels the dust, and then the Storm's running around like, oh god, where'd it go? So yeah, some nice individual plays for sure from Gambit. But overall, this game, I mean, this series was super chaotic.
Pretty crazy. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, look a little cleaner, more clean overall for SM Gambit, at least by the end of this second game. As with that victory, the series, it's theirs. AS Monaco Gambit will get the win here, 2-0 against Winstrike.
Yes, they do. It looked a little dicey there for a moment, but AS Monaco